I like to be manhandled. I like you.
Live from the 102.5 The Bone Studios in St. Petersburg, Florida, it's Drew Garabo, live.
I'm gonna make a change for once in my life.
Laugh if you want to.
It's gonna feel real good. Gonna make a difference. Gonna make it right. As I turn up the collar on my favorite.
All right.
Chord. This wind is blowing my mind.
This is going to be a life-changing broadcast this afternoon if you remain open-minded to it. I want to help you by helping myself. I am going to be open, honest, transparent, and vulnerable because I'm looking at that man in the mirror and telling that stupid son of a bitch. Actually, not a stupid son of a bitch because my mom's not a bitch. Stupid son of a Jew doesn't sound much better. All right, my hope is that with the vast reach of this radio program, which I have begrudgingly come to accept, that I can't say stuff without people hearing or hearing about it, I hope that word gets back to the state trooper that I had an amazing encounter with yesterday. You, sir, are my favorite person of the week, but I got ahead of myself. He's Maurice. Hey, I'm Drew. And that's Michael Jackson.
They follow the pattern of the wind you see. 'Cause they got no chase to me. That's why I'm starting with me.
All right. Let me take you back to my first couple of years of driving a vehicle. I took driver's ed at Oak Ridge High School in Orlando, Florida. We had Camaros. I don't know what your high school had, but we had the base model Camaros, which was pretty cool, right? And I think the football coach, Coach Hoffman, if I'm not mistaken, taught our driver's ed. I just remember he'd whistle and he'd go, Kiko, park by the building over there. So I got my learner's permit. I got my driver's license. And within a few years, I had received a few speeding tickets. My first, right around the corner from my parents' house on Hoffner Road in South Orlando. The next on the East-West Distressway, which is now called the 408. Motorcycle cop had a ton of weed in my glove compartment, and he didn't even look. Oh, my God. And so I had to attend driving school a couple of times because if you attend driving school, or at least back then, you could knock the points off your license. And I attended it the maximum 3 times. You can only, I think, take it 3 times in your life, or at least that was the case at the time. And it sort of reformed my driving habits, but old habits die hard, as they say. And when I made the decision about a year ago to get a new Volkswagen GTI, I did so because it reminded me of my favorite car that I've ever driven, which was a year 2000 Volkswagen GTI that I had to surrender once my son was born because A, it was too fast, and B, didn't have enough room to put a damn car seat in. So for the 20-something years my son's been alive, I was kind of yearning for that old GTI. So I got one. Once my son moved out of the house, I thought, well, I don't have to drive around my little baby boy anymore. I'm going to get a GTI. And I went down and saw my man Rob, who is my Volkswagen guy no matter what dealership he's at. He's been at Loki. He's been at Wesley Chapel. He's been at Kuhn. And Rob knows me, and he's a great dude, and everybody at Q now, everybody at Loki then, Kyle and everybody, they're just real good dudes, and I love the brand. I just like the way Volkswagens feel. And this GTI, it's got a little pickup to it, a little speedy car. And I had been real fast and loose with it. If you listen to this program, you'll hear me bitching about the left lane laggers who aren't speeding fast enough for my liking. So I put them on blast because they're not exceeding the posted speed limit sufficiently for me. It was only a matter of time. And if you're a speeder, if you're hauling ass right now, you're listening to me going over the Howard Franklin Bridge, speed limit 60, and you're doing 85, 90, it would be hypocritical for me to come down on you, condemn you, even criticize you. So I'll just say, I used to be you until yesterday. And I'm trying real hard, Ringo, not to be you again, because the worst part of this whole thing is that there was no reason for me to be in a hurry. I wasn't speeding to get somewhere. And I'm not going to give the intimate details of how fast I was going because I don't want this, audio. I talked to a buddy of mine also in radio, maybe has some experience with this, about admitting to certain things on the radio and then having that come up in a court case later. So thank you for that, sir or ma'am. And so I didn't have any reason to exceed the posted speed limit. None. I just, like so many people, drive fast. Okay? No good reason. Nothing, no pressing engagement. Nobody waiting for me at home. Knicks Celtics were on, but, who cares? I could get home for the second half and it wouldn't even matter. So no good reason whatsoever to be doing the speed that I was doing. And I was the type of driver to where if there was someone clogging up that left lane and there's somebody in the middle lane, but the right lane is open, I got no problem going from the left lane, signaling, going to the middle lane, then going to the right lane and going around everybody, right? So driving home yesterday, northbound Veterans, the 589 if you're into numbers. And there's a spot just past the Anderson Road exit where that movie theater is, before you get to Linebaugh, where state troopers will frequently sit right by the overpass and clock people. Now, a lot of times I rely on Waze, my traffic app, which people can report where the cops are, and it'll tell you police ahead, so you can watch your speed. It's great. Didn't see any warning there. So, mindlessly exceeding the posted speed limit significantly. And I look and I see, man, those state trooper cars, they look like sharks in the water, don't they? They just, the color of them, the way they're low to the ground, they just look like what a great white shark must look like bearing down on a surfer. And I see one hauling ass. I know he's hauling ass because he's catching up to me in the right lane, and I'm in the right lane. So I move over to the middle lane to ideally let him just go on by, right? He's got some place to be. Well, guess where he had to be? On my bumper. So when I moved over to the middle lane, he moved over to the middle lane, and that's when I knew I was toast. Lights on, 6 inches from my bumper, and I thought, here we go. Here we go. Pull over to the emergency lane, signaled, of course. He was out of his car, seconds flat. Not full hot, but not super chill. I believe he was at the proper level of frustration and annoyance that someone would be exceeding the speed limit as I was. And he informed me that while I was not quite super speeding, which we've talked about on this radio show, there is a law now that if you are exceeding the speed limit by 30 miles per hour or more, or if you go over 100 miles per hour anytime, they can confiscate your vehicle for 30 days and take you to jail. I was a little bit below that. But as the officer told me, he saw me go from the left lane to the right lane. He did thank me for using my blinker, which I always do. But when you combine that, which would have been aggressive driving, with the reckless driving of exceeding the speed limit to the degree that I was, could have taken me to Orient Road. Very easily, justifiably, I could have been taken on my way from work to home, could have been taken to Hillsborough County Jail on Orient Road. Call an attorney, call somebody to bail me out. Humiliating it would have been. I don't want to say fortunately, because there was an accident up the road in Pasco on 589, and I hope the people are okay. I really do. I'm also very glad that they got into an accident, because that is where this gentleman was heading. And he told me that. He said, you're very fortunate that I have to go to a big crash in Pasco right now, which is where I'm normally stationed. I wouldn't even normally be here, but I'm headed to a crash in Pasco. You're very fortunate, because otherwise I'd have to deal with the paperwork of taking you to jail in Hillsborough County. And then he said, where were you headed? And I said, that's the worst part, sir. And I said, I'm sorry, which I always feel like you need to apologize. And he said, forget sorry. Where are you going? I said, home. He said, what's waiting for you at home that is so urgent? I said, nothing. He said, all right. And then this is when I knew that I probably wasn't going to be going to jail, when he said, give me your driver's license. Not registration, not proof of insurance. So I kind of in the back of my mind went, holy F, are we not going to get a ticket? So I gave him my license. He ran my license, probably saw that I haven't, knock on wood, had an accident or a ticket in quite some time. Came back and he said, I'm going to give this back to you. I got to go to this crash site right now. I really want you to think about what happened here today. I said, done and done. And then he said, take it easy out there. Went back to his vehicle. Could not have been more professional. Usually the best cop in the world is the one who doesn't pull you over. This guy, this officer, and are they all sergeants, state troopers? I didn't know if I insulted him by calling him officer and then his name. I saw on his name tag. I said, thank you, officer, whatever his name was. I wish I could remember it. White dude. And, but I didn't remember. And then I was like, oh my God, wait, what if he's a sergeant? Like, what if he's a corporal? What if he's oh God, I hope I didn't insult this man. What if he turned back around? He's like, did you just say officer? Up against the wall, prick.
I don't think that would have bothered him.
No, but man, I will tell you, it made me realize a few things. I have been irresponsible when it comes to driving. I have been reckless. I have been thoughtless. And I put my own life at risk. I have put my passengers' life at risk. And even worse, I've probably put your life at risk as well by going too fast on these Tampa Bay roadways. Am I never going to speed again? I mean, I think that's unavoidable. I think everyone's going to. But then he told me that if you go with the flow of traffic, you're almost never going to get pulled over for speeding. He said the reason you stood out is because you whipped around everybody and you tried to pass them in the right lane. He said, you just stick with the flow of traffic. Everybody's going 75 and a 60 anyway. You just got greedy. And so if anybody knows this guy, I know some cops listen to the show, and I appreciate you all very much. Keep protecting and serving. But if anybody knows this gentleman, buy him a cup of coffee and just, send me the bill or whatever. Or because this guy, not just because he let me go, but because I hope, changed my philosophy when it comes to driving a car. I didn't take the veterans on the way to work today. I'm not planning on taking the veterans any time if I can avoid it, because I need to be protected from myself.
Gotta get back on that horse, Drew.
Mo, when I tell you that I'm ready to trade in the GTI for a minivan,
oh no.
When I tell you that I'm ready to get a Volkswagen bus or something that does not go so fast, I mean every single bit of it. I have been a menace. This is a wake-up call. The response I got from my girlfriend, the response I got from my parents, and worst of all, the response I got from my son when I texted him about it this morning. He said, he's such a way of words. Doesn't want to hurt his dad's feelings, but at the same time, he said, that's great to hear, Babs. You're a bit of a racer, I will say. I'm glad you were able to have an experience where nobody was hurt and you know what to do differently. Love you, and I'm happy to hear you're still alive. 2 hearts. How is this kid more mature and thoughtful than I am now, let alone than I was at his age? So my message to you is this. Slow the hell down. It's just not worth it. There are so many times when this could have happened and it just clicks a little bit the other way and I'm in jail, or I've got a ticket for $1,000 and then the money that my insurance is going to go up.
Or your car's on the side.
Or worse, exactly. Yeah. Worse.
We passed that 3 times this week on 275.
Yeah. When we were coming back from Orlando, Sarah and I, there was a car going 275 right south of Malfunction Junction, a car on the side. And it happens. And it happens because people go too fast. And I have been one of them. And I will vow not to be one of them any longer. I've always heard you don't stand a very good chance of being let go with the warning with the state trooper. I've always heard that if they get you, it's very unlikely that you're not going to get a ticket. I'm just eternally grateful to this gentleman for not writing me up, for not taking me to jail. And I wanted to share that with you because I hope maybe it'll help you re-examine your driving habits. If you're Larry Ledfoot, like I used to be. 800-771-1025. So somewhere out there this afternoon, there is a state trooper stationed in Pasco County who is worthy of all of my gratitude and so much respect and appreciation. Hello there. Welcome to Drew Garabo Live.
Hey, I'd like to keep my name anonymous if that's all right.
Sure.
I completely associate with this. So I have driven sports cars my entire life. I'm 52 years old. Associate heavily with you. I talk to you on occasion.
Okay.
I drive a 5-liter Mustang, 465 horsepower, 460 foot-pounds of torque. It's super fast. It's been 147. It only lifted. That's the only reason I dropped the speed.
Oh, man.
I've done this my entire life. I love speed. It's an addiction.
It is an addiction.
Florida
You know, we don't treat it like once you get that adrenaline of going that fast, it almost it is an addiction. It really does. Like you don't feel like you're driving unless you're driving too fast.
It's exasperated by the Florida population now because we have overpopulated roadways where no one knows how to drive correctly.
True.
And I've been driving since I was 11 because I grew up in the Midwest and everybody drives early, right?
Okay.
So we learned how to drive correctly. And now you've got a bunch of people from, I'll say other states. I don't say NW or NY or whatever, but just
What?
they clog our arteries of our roadways. And if you have to get somewhere and you're just trying to drive normally and you know how to drive exceptionally well with a really nice car, they get in your way, and it's very frustrating. And it's on the borderline of road rage, and I don't want to get to that state.
Right.
But it does make you want to drive much faster and cut traffic, which is exactly what you just explained. Cutting from the left-hand lane across 2 lanes of traffic with your turn signal,
Yep.
but in my car, maybe 120, 125 to cut things to get where you're going. I look for buffer zones. I try and get away from clogs of traffic because I don't want all the other people around me.
Right. When was your last ticket, my man?
Oh, over 10 years ago.
Isn't that crazy?
I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good about spotting stuff, and I try not to drive fast.
That last sentence, that was a total lie, dude. I mean, I love you. Don't get me wrong. You and I, we are kindred spirits, but that last part was a total lie. That's all you're doing is driving fast. You're going 140, bro, and you're going to tell me I try not to drive. Of course you're trying to drive fast. 800-771-1025. 10 years without a ticket, and you're regularly
Not bad.
busting the century mark, though. I'm telling you, your number's going to come up. And when it does, you better hope you get a cop that is as cool as the cop that I got. Hello there. Who are you?
Ken.
Hey, what's up, dude?
So I got pulled over by a city when I was coming out of the gas station about 10:30 at night, and I squealed the tires a bit, and I look over, he's right there at the light, and I'm like, oh, man.
Yeah.
Lights come on, he pulls me over. I do my little routine that I do if I get pulled over to make them feel safe.
Oh.
And he goes, do you know why I pulled you over? I said, yes, I do. My wife got home from work at 2:30 and decided to wake me up off the couch at 10:30 p.m. to go put fuel in her car.
Oh.
He laughed his ass off and handed me everything back and goes, go home, man.
Wow.
Nice.
Man, did that teach you a lesson, or were you right back to revving it up and squealing the tires in no time?
Oh, no, I'm not. That's not me anyways.
Oh.
But it was just, I was pretty irritated that at 10:30 at night I had to go fill her car up.
Yeah, dude. So that was that alibi was real. Like, she really made you leave to go fill her car up.
Very much real.
Oh, dude. I would be driving to a divorce attorney. I mean, probably not open that late at night.
You don't do that. You might as well drive and get the gas.
800-771-1025. Drew Graba Live. Hello.
Good God, what a clown.
Angelo. How you doing? Oh,
That's it.
kind of nice when he goes short and sweet
Yeah.
sometimes. Drew Graba Live. How can we help you?
Hey, this is Levi.
Hey.
So I went from having a Toyota Camry to going to a Mercedes E350 AMG. And there are just some cars that make you feel like you're going 15, 20 miles an hour slower than you actually are.
That is true.
And so I would be going, like, even on the Skyway, I would look down, I'm going 120, and it doesn't even feel like you're going that fast. And I've been lucky. I haven't gotten a ticket probably in a decade as well.
Jeez.
I just called in just to say, yeah, there are just some cars that were meant to be driven fast, and the aerodynamics of the cars and whatnot, it's just, they're meant to be going, way over than what you're supposed to be going. So anyway,
that's a good point. All right, I'm going to ask Grok right now. What is the car least likely to speed? What car am I least likely to speed in?
Prius.
Oh, you're probably right. Stand by. Hi there, Drew Graba Live. How can I help you?
Hey, Drew.
Hi.
Hey, just a quick heads up. I'm a Volkswagen fanatic. I've had all the buses. I've had even the old ones, the classics. The one thing that, not to burst your bubble, I would check the stats on that electric bus. I think it's actually faster than your GI.
You know what's so funny is I would have said there's no way that's true until I read good old JWA Part 2 on the Twitter machine. She just included a picture of her Volkswagen bus. And you're right. Those new ID buses, they are faster. How is it possible that they're faster than the GTI, which is a quick damn car? Like, I love you.
Well,
have you ever driven a GTI?
Absolutely.
Dude, they're so
I had
great,
almost a
right?
400 horsepower Beetle.
Oh, like the way they handle, the way they maneuver, just the feel of the car. Like, it is a little tiny rocket ship, and I love it, but I don't think I could trust myself with it anymore.
They call it the V8 killer.
Oh, is that what they call it? All right. Well, I don't want it to be the anything killer, especially the me killer. 800-771-1025. Literally, this officer could have saved my life.
I feel like now that you're not speeding, that gives me opportunity to speed more.
Please. If you
Because now I have to worry about your jackass weaving in and out of traffic.
Nope.
Yeah. It's my time now, Drew, to live.
It is. You know what, though, Mo? I'm going to be the left lane lagger. I'm going to park myself in the left lane and force everyone to slow the hell down.
And then I'm going to put you in the Mo Better Dudes as a left lane lag. I'm going to steal a bit.
Drew Graba Live. Hello, who are you?
Brian.
Hey, Brian. What's going on, dude?
Oh, well, I just want to talk to you guys about what you're going on, and I'm glad you got away with it. But I've got two very fast vehicles, and sometimes I get myself in trouble.
Yeah, I bet you do. What are your vehicles, and how fast have you been pulled over, sir?
The first is a Crown Vic Police Interceptor.
Oh, hell
the
yeah.
speedometer goes to 140, and it will get close.
Man, so it's like one of those manual analog speedometers, and you've buried that bitch, huh?
Yes, I got just under 130.
That's dope.
And the other vehicle is an '02 Triumph 955 Sprint, and that speedometer is the 180.
Damn. What was your last speeding ticket, and how much was it for?
Oh, I haven't been pulled over for speeding, thank God, in probably 25 years.
That is so interesting. To what do you credit that? Blind stinking luck, or do you just selectively speed?
A little bit of the first, probably more of the second.
I got you.
I mean, I only got Crown Vic pedal to the metal when I first bought it just to test it out to see if it would even do it.
Yeah. Yeah, I appreciate the call. Maybe this is why I don't make enough money to afford a real exotic car, because I'd be
Crazy,
terrible.
Yeah.
If I drove a Ferrari or a Porsche or something like that, I mean, this is a little Volkswagen GTI that I can't even be trusted in. I got to trade it in for a minivan. I texted Sarah on the way here, and I said, I'm giving serious thought to trading in my car. And she said, well, you have strong discipline when it comes to diet and exercise. Maybe you can have strong discipline behind the wheel, too. I don't know that I have enough discipline in my life for all of the above. So
You're right.
if you see me going the speed limit from now on, I'm probably going to get fat. Hello, who are you?
Hey, I'm Scott.
Fatter. Hey, Scott, what's up, buddy?
So I've been listening to this since I left work, and like that gentleman a few callers ago, I also have a vehicle that just tempts you to drive fast.
Yep.
And I will say that my experience with driving a little bit faster than normal, I've got a Mustang. I don't have the 5.0 that he's got, but I've still got an EcoBoost turbocharged. And he's right. It is really tempting when you're cruising in traffic, especially on the interstate around here, and you get that open road in front of you, to just push it a little bit more. But I have to drive 20 miles on State Road 54 every day, and I feel like I'm just using gas, accelerating when I don't need to, because I'm just going to hit the next red light.
Yeah, like if you're speeding on a road like that, like 54, for example, or Hillsborough or Dale Mabry or whatever, you're totally wasting gas and wasting money, because you're just going to have to stop your car. On the Veterans, on the Howard Franklin, on 275, on 75, ain't no lights to be found. And it's so easy to get lost in that I'm in the cannonball run mentality. You know, before you know it, you're driving an ambulance and you got the chocolate monk next to you. Hello there, Drew Grub Alive.
Hey, it's Adam.
Hi, Adam. What's up?
Hey, buddy. Hey, two things for you. The slowest car to drive is a slightly lifted 2016 Toyota 4Runner. I know that because I get made fun of how slow I drive all the time. Number two, I had a probably 15-year-old Buick LeSabre that I had bought from a nun from the church. I was working at the Donzazar and going to school at Eckerd, and literally a motorcycle cop pulled me over on the beach. I was going, 25 miles over the speed limit in a Buick LeSabre, 20-year-old Buick LeSabre.
Yeah.
And the cop says, I pulled you over. I said, yeah, man, I am late for class. I'm speeding. I'm guilty as charged,
Yeah.
And he looks at me and he's like, son, you know how much I used to drive, how fast I did when I was a kid, and blah, blah, blah. And I said, no, officer, I don't. But no offense, I doubt you were driving a 20-year-old Buick LeSabre that you bought from a nun. And he just looked at me, looked at the car, busted out laughing. He's like, hell no, son. I had a something IROC Z28 Camaro with this, that, the other thing. He's like, go on and get to class, son, and let me go.
Love it.
I was like, oh, thank God.
I will tell you, an officer can really both. I wonder if it's more of a deterrent to get a very expensive ticket, or if it's more of a deterrent to get a warning. Because, if I had gotten the ticket, I'd probably be more mad than anything else.
Yeah, but you get that ticket and then you get those points. I think the ticket is more of it would be for me. The ticket would be more of a deterrent.
Probably, but I'm trying to prove that I don't need the ticket to get the deterrent.
Yeah.
By convincing myself that I can stop speeding.
By the way, people can stop calling about the perfect car to drive to not speed. It's an 83 Jeep CJ7. I dare a cop stop me for speeding. I'm going, dude, look at this speedometer. It goes up to 45. Get the hell out of here.
That's a good point. When I had my Suzuki Samurai,
Yeah, right?
when I never got a speeding ticket because it wouldn't exceed the speed limit. We clocked you at going 62 and a 65 downhill with the tailwind. Hello, Drew Grub Alive. How can we help you?
Hey, Drew. Maurice, this is Spencer.
Hi, Spence.
Hey, you kind of took my thunder. I was calling to say that I think you can you are more inclined to learn a lesson from getting a warning than a ticket, because you're absolutely right. You'd be PO'd probably.
Yeah,
You
but
know,
I think I'd be, if I got the ticket, I might be more pissed off at myself, but I would also be mad at the cop. Now I am mad at myself, but I have nothing but gratitude for the cop, and I want to forward the lesson that he taught me, which is one of the reasons I'm talking about on the radio, so that people can hear it and realize, A, there are state troopers on the veterans by the Anderson. B, slow the hell down. What's a hurry? So your car goes fast. Big deal. Slow down. I drove to work today. I took McMullen Booth. Traffic light after traffic light. I get on the Bayside Bridge, speed limit 55. I set my cruise control at 58. Getting passed by a turtle. There goes an old lady in a walker blowing me by. And I'm just looking at the water going, isn't this lovely? Isn't it nice to slow down and watch the world go by? I have to stick with this. Have to. Good afternoon. Welcome to Drew Garabo Live.
Hey, Drew. How you doing today?
Good, buddy. How about you?
I'm great, thank you. I got a story a long time ago when I was still in high school. A friend of mine and myself were on our way to Daytona to go pick up some people.
Hell yeah.
And on going out of Orlando, I looked over and he was doing 135, and I said something about it. He just pushed the pedal, and by the time we got out of Orlando and hit the straight going across the state, we were doing 165.
Oof.
We passed a state trooper. It was everything I could do to turn my head and watch. His lights came on instantly, and they went very small, very fast. At the time, the troopers were using Mustangs for their cars.
Oh, yeah.
So maybe that's what he thought. But when we shot past him, he realized that we were civilians. His lights went on, and we were running a shortwave radio at that point. But I've never done any kind of speed like that since then.
Yeah, sometimes that near miss, that little clenching of the old BH is enough to make you change your ways. I'm hoping that's the case here. But, man, that stretch from Orlando to Daytona on I-4, there never used to be any cops.
Yeah.
Sometimes when we were a little bit more irresponsible, a lot more irresponsible, and we decide, like, after midnight or so, we get home from the clubs and we go, man, these Orlando strip clubs are so lame. We get full nudity, full contact in Daytona. You could be in Daytona in like a half hour. Drew Garabo Live, hello.
Hello.
I miss Daytona strip clubs. Hi, who are you?
Hi, I am Monica.
Hi, Monica. By the way, speaking of adult entertainment, tomorrow the brand new Mons Venus ladies will be in the house to talk about the changes there, and I'm super excited about it. Yeah, going to be good. Sorry about that, Monica.
That's what's up.
Oh, yeah, that is what's up.
So I don't have a fast car. I have a Honda Civic. I'm 29 years old. I've never gotten a speeding ticket. I've been pulled over going 4 times, going 30 over speed limit each time. I get warnings. People could say it's because I'm a girl. I think it's because I'm a good talker.
Okay. Either way, you know how to use that mouth, right?
Exactly. No, but it's not about how fast the car is. It's about the driver of the car. I work 30 miles from where I live, going through Tampa from one side of Hillsborough to the other.
Sure.
And I have AC just went out in the car. Story of my life.
Ugh.
So, yeah, I got to get to where I got to go.
All right. Just watch that 30 miles per hour, my dear, because that's a super speeder, and that they can take your car for a month. They can put you in jail. I don't want to see it.
They can take everything. What you mean?
I don't want to see it happen to you. So you be careful out there. All right?
Will do. Thank you.
Thank you. She's still speeding.
Yeah, of course.
She hung up that phone and punched it up to 120 miles per hour. Sorry, officer. I tried. Hello. Who are you? Hello. Who are you?
Oh, this is John.
Hi, John.
Bradenton.
What's up?
I was just calling to say the ticket hurts worse, dude. I just got a super speeder in South Georgia this past weekend.
Oh.
And that hurts, man. That hurts worse than a warning.
I'm not trying to rub salt in your wound, but like you knew, South Georgia going into Florida, one of the most notorious speed traps of the entire country.
Dude, I do it from Tampa to Atlanta all the time. I know that. Somebody was camping 68 miles an hour in the left lane.
Oh.
And I called in because your story and my story aligned so much. Like, they were doing 60 in the left lane. I had been going since like early in the morning. Anyways, I was like 3 hours into my drive. I came across this driver. I hit the right lane at 91 miles an hour. I'm like cooked, so I'm not going to like try to hide it. I was doing 91. in a 70. And anyways, it was like some special weekend. They weren't pulling over anybody doing less than 90, and they weren't giving any breaks. Like, they didn't care if your dog died, you had to poop, whatever.
Right.
Like, you were getting a ticket. So I got cooked.
So you got the super speeder ticket. They didn't take your car though, did they?
No, so it's different in Georgia. Anything over 17 miles an hour, you get like this extra $250 fine that comes in the mail.
Oh, so all total.
Yeah, but it goes to the children's hospital.
Oh,
the
good.
told me it goes to the children's hospital.
Good for those sick kids. Take my speeding money, for Christ's sake. How much would you say it set you back when you factor in like the insurance increase and all that?
So you get like a court date. So I don't know until the judge. I email them. I say I'm from out of town and I'm guilty, and then the judge just sets the fine. But it's going to be like $500 to $600.
Oh man! And there's so many better things you can spend $500 to $600 on, right?
Yeah.
Correct. And I'm normally in my friend group. I never do more than 88 on the interstate. So a lot of my buddies, like my one buddy, he'll do $120 easy. He has a Mercedes. I used to drive a 98 F-150. Now I have a 2025 Ford Maverick. I kind of blame it on the going from a 98 to a 2025.
Yeah, I feel you.
You know, but anyways, he speeds all the time, and he was laughing that I got in a moment of weakness and lack of patience. So I was taught patience by my ticket.
Yeah, I get that completely, and that officer's grace that he showed me definitely has taught me a lot, man. Thank you very much for the call. I hope you have a great afternoon.
Yeah, you're lucky guy.
I know. There's no doubt, and I'm not going to squander that. I did borrow a buddy of mine's DeLorean. I went 88 miles per hour, and I ended up in the American Revolution. It was pretty awkward. I was like, whoa.
Whose side was you on?
Paul Revere. What's going on here? I was on the American side. I looked for the redcoats. Don't fire until you see the whites of their eyes. Shot heard around the world. You know Schoolhouse Rock. All right, hang on. We'll continue to take your calls. It is definitely Traffic Law Awareness Day here on Drew Garabo Live. The number is 800-771-1025. Please feel free to watch us either on Bone TV or the Bone Facebook page, where you can interact and leave comments if you want to. And I've just been thinking about it nonstop ever since, about how I definitely need to change my ways. Like I said, we'll continue to take your calls on this, but we do have other stuff, including Florida's bizarre battle over letting parents take their kids where they want to take their kids.
You're listening to Drew Garabo live on 102.5 The Bone. Download the free Bone app to listen to us anywhere. Sponsored by Mark Spain Real Estate. Get your guaranteed offer at markspain.com. Now, a Bone traffic update from the Farah and Farah Personal Injury Attorneys Traffic Center.
I-75 north, a pretty sizable backup due to a crash that's off to the right shoulder past Big Bend Road with State Trooper on the scene. This will back up traffic beyond Paseo Almar at the moment. Give yourself 15 to 20 minutes. A smattering of other standard rush hour delays and construction-related delays throughout, with 275 north in the downtown area and past the interchange and northbound Selman into Tampa, both your largest backups. Southbound 275 on the Sunshine Skyway headed to Manatee County, also congested a bit. This is Eric in the Farah and Farah Traffic Center. Ready to step into a healthy and active lifestyle? Come to the Good Feet store and experience the difference. Discover how a simple step can lead to a life of pain-free possibilities.
There are 472 reasons to shop auto lenders in Palm Harbor. We call reason number 4 tariff freedom. Right now, almost all new and used cars are being hit with a 25% tariff. That's an added cost of about $6,000 more per vehicle. But at auto lenders, we get our vehicles in a totally innovative way. So you'll find the best one-owner cars, trucks, and SUVs, all tariff-free. Auto lenders was always thousands less. Now you'll save so much more. Visit us today in Palm Harbor.
John Senning here for Hawkins Service Co. Making the switch to Hawkins is simple and stress-free. With over 30 years of trusted service, Hawkins offers expert HVAC, pool repair, plumbing, and electrical service. One call truly handles it all. Are you ready to beat the heat and the price hikes? Well, now's the time to act. Get up to $1,500 off your complete AC system installation. The offer ends May 31st, so give them a call today at 813-445-8209, or make sure to check them out online at hawkinsserviceco.com. Hawkins, one call handles it all.
At Advent Health, we know the heart. We've mapped it, modeled it, repaired it, and rehabbed it. We've screened it, strengthened it, and saved it. We know your heart. And we know there's an unstoppable human spirit at the center of it. Learn more about whole person care and find nationally recognized heart care specialists at floridaheartexperts.com.
John Senning here for Solar Bear. Power bills just went up again, and guess what? They're not coming back down. But at Solar Bear, they've got a better way. Go solar now and get your first 12 months completely free. That is right, no power payments for an entire year. Solar Bear is locally owned, going 10 years strong, and trusted by thousands with 5-star reviews across the state of Florida. Don't keep renting your power. Call Solar Bear or visit solarbear.com and own your energy without the rate hikes.
Get this. Joey and me were supposed to go to this concert next week, right? But then something terrible happened. Joey was driving without a seatbelt. But he didn't wreck. No, he got pulled over. Now Joey has to pay for a seatbelt ticket instead of a concert ticket, and I have to go by myself. How lame is that? So Joey, if you're out there, you're an idiot. Wear your seatbelt or you'll get a ticket.
All across the country, cops are cracking down. Click it or ticket. Day and night.
Funded by the Florida Department of Transportation.
If you've ever been looking to get rid of your old, worn-out jewelry, trade it in at the Gold and Diamond Source. From May 12th through May 31st, you can double your trade up to $5,000. That means if your trade is $2,500, you'll now get it for $5,000, and gold is at an all-time high, making this the time to come into Gold and Diamond Source, trade in, and celebrate the people that serve our country. Shopping is easy. You can take advantage of 0% financing for up to 5 years. That means if you finance $5,000, your monthly payment would be only $83. Best of all, your Gold and Diamond Source diamond will never lose its value. The Gold and Diamond Source, minutes away from where you're headed in the Tampa Bay area. Visit them at 3800 Ulmerton Road, right off 275, or check them out online where they're always open at goldanddiamond.com. The Weintraub family will take care of you and treat you like you're one of their family. And make sure it's a Gold and Diamond Source diamond.
Did you know even the smallest increase in mortgage rates can cost you thousands of dollars over the life of your loan? Hi, I'm Mark Stefanski, Chairman and CEO of Third Federal. It's true, even a 0.25% change in rate can cost you thousands of dollars over the life of your mortgage. But with Third Federal's new Early Rate Lock, you don't have to take chances. Early Rate Lock is the only pre-approval that locks in your rate at pre-approval, even before you find a house. Plus, we're so confident that our rates are the lowest, if you find a lower rate, we'll beat it or give you $1,000. And now through May 31st, get pre-approved with Third Federal and we'll pay all of your closing costs. So don't wait. Call Third Federal today.
Right now with Third Federal, even before you find a home, lock in 6.625%, APR 6.685% on a 30-year fixed-rate purchase mortgage. Visit thirdfederal.com or call 1-800-3rd-FED today. APR reflects 15% down for $350,000 loan amount. Rate requires automatic payment program and is subject to change. Restrictions apply. Zero closing costs on low-cost loans only. See conditions for lowest rate guarantee at thirdfederal.com. Equal housing lender.
When you enter a place of business, you're owed a legal duty that the place of business is safe for you to shop in. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you suffered an injury at a place of business, our duty is to protect you after that harm. Morgan & Morgan, for the people.com.
Summer is coming. Don't rely on factory smoked glass to keep your car cool. Upgrade to ceramic window tint at Zen Film Solutions. Shield your paint with PPF and change your look with a custom wrap. Call 813-TINTING or visit zenfilmsolutions.com. Protect. Don't neglect.
Hey, Bay Area, Randy here. During the Summer Starts Here sales event now through Memorial Day, we've got nearly 1,000 RAV4s, Tundras, I'm looking at Tacomas, Camrys, Corollas. Select new models with smoking hot prices and low leases available. Plus, it costs less to own a new Toyota with 4-year maintenance included. Get to Sun Toyota before Memorial Day, because when you make it Sun Toyota, we make it happen. Call 800-369-3367 for more details.
Sun Toyota.com.
If you've been hurt in an accident, call Bernetti PA. We make it easy. In fact, you can hire us by phone, over the internet, or we'll come to you. Call 1-800-BERNETTI. We're ready. Offices Lakeland, Tampa, St. Pete.
Millions of Americans take medicine like Ozempic and Zepbound. Many of them are overpaying by thousands of dollars a year. These GLP-1 medications for diabetes, weight loss, and more may not always be covered by your insurance, but GoodRx can help. GoodRx helps you save every month on prescriptions at over 70,000 pharmacies nationwide. Best of all, it's free to use. Check GoodRx to save on GLP-1s. Just go to GoodRx.com/GLP. That's GoodRx.com/GLP. GoodRx is not insurance, but can be used instead of insurance, including Medicare and other federal and state-funded programs.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. It's the Sleep Number Everything Smart Bed sale. Every smart bed and base are on sale during our Memorial Day event. Up to 50% off, plus free home delivery. Limited time. Exclusively at a Sleep Number store near you. Learn more at sleepnumber.com.
When it really matters, choose Farrah & Farrah. Here for you, here for good. Tampa.
With the guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate, you can receive an all-cash offer and move when you're ready. No showings, no open houses, no stress. Call 855-299-SOLD or go to markspain.com and start packing.
Now, a weather update from the Sun Toyota Weather Center.
Sun, Toyota.com.
I'm Fox 13 Chief Meteorologist Paul DeLegato. Pretty much locked in for a long time. Clear skies tonight and mild in the mid-70s. Sunshine on Friday, and the heat is on. Mid-90s inland and low to mid-90s along the coast. That'll continue into next week. Keep cool.
Now, back to Real Raw Radio. Sponsored by Anajar and Levine, accident attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Now, back to Drew Garabo Live.
A tried and true way to get out of a ticket. One word, 4 syllables, diarrhea. I've gotten out of 3 speeding tickets for that. That's my pro tip.
Sometimes I feel the fear of the uncertainty stinging clear.
We'll throw out a ton of stuff this afternoon, but I don't mind if the speeding encounter yesterday simmers and stews through the entire program, because we have the opportunity here to maybe change the way you look at driving. Certainly has changed the way I look at driving. I've had a problem for a long time. Had I been taken to jail, it would have been rock bottom. Even without even a ticket, it still feels very close to rock bottom when it comes to my driving habits. Just been fast and loose with it for a long time. And eventually, you're going to have to pay the piper. Or like they said in Bill and Ted's 2 Bogus Journey, you got to meet the reaper. And you can't always Melvin Death. Hey, good afternoon. Who are you?
Henry.
Hi, Henry. How we doing today, bud?
Good, man. I love your show, Drew.
Thank you, brother.
So, I've kind of two little things. I brought an Audi SQ5.
Yeah.
It was a little souped up.
Yeah.
You know, when you first buy that car, it's like a new toy. You want to go fast every minute of the day. So I was caught. I was taking my son home from a basketball game and wasn't really paying attention to the speedometer.
Oops.
Thought I was going with the flow of traffic, and I got pulled over. And lo and behold, when he clocked me, he said I was doing 115.
Ooh.
And I don't know if you know, in North Carolina, they will lock you up. And the only reason he didn't lock me up was because I was with my son. And then he had the nerve to tell me, I have one of those cars. I know they're really hard to really gauge on how fast you're going.
Yeah.
He had the nerve.
I mean, I don't know about the nerve.
Like, yeah, he was being nice.
He's being nice. Dude, you caught a break, homie.
Yeah.
But the fastest I've gone in that car was 165 miles an hour.
Jesus Christ, man. Oh, you're lucky not to be in jail, Henry. Or dead.
Yeah, if you get pulled, I mean, at 165, I'm not stopping.
No.
They're going to have to catch me.
Man, I'm never going to be that guy. Hey, and again, no judgment. But, dude, if you flick your finger going over 100 miles per hour, you're rolling over and you're dead.
Yeah.
What it made me realize is I had to fight very hard to stay alive. It would be so dumb to die unnecessarily. Like if you're speeding to the hospital because you got to go see your mom, or you got to if there's a purpose, not that there's ever any good reason for it, but at least if there's some purpose behind you speeding, it's more understandable. Still not right, but more understandable. But to go home after work, I was just so thrilled, Mo, that we finally had a day on the bridge with no traffic.
See, now that I understand. I completely understand that.
Like going across the bridge, I'm like, oh, my God, hell yeah. Finally, a day of no congestion on the bridge. Let's go. Let's open it up. Hello, Drew Garabo Live.
Hey, it's Couch Guy again. You guys were right. I should have.
Yeah, no, once per show, homie.
Come on, man. Act like y'all listen.
Come on. Hey, just once per show. But thank you very much. I appreciate the support. Hello there, Drew Garabo Live. Hello. And goodbye. Hello, Drew Garabo Live. Hi.
Hey, this is DWC from SRQ.
What's up, man?
Hey, man, first-time caller, long-time listener. Love you both through Mo, man. Great show.
Thanks, dude.
Hey, man, back in the 90s when I was a lot younger, I was cruising down a two-lane highway in Florida, just not paying attention, listening to Arrested Development. You know, got Mr. Wendell going on with my cassette player.
That angry gangster rap will get you every time, homie.
Yeah, you know, those son of a guns. Anyway, so I'm cruising along, not paying attention. I look in my rear view, and there's a Smokey right on my butt.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, oh, crap. So I pull over. My cassette magazine slams into the floorboard of the car. I'm freaking out. He comes up, and he's like, boy, do you know how fast you're going? Did you see me back there? I'm like, no. I was going pretty darn fast. He goes, I clocked it 102 and a 55. And I was like, oh, my God. He goes, let me see your license. I pat my wallet, get my wallet out. No license. He goes, did you also know your tags are expired? I'm like, oh, my God. He goes,
Jesus.
where are you going to? I go, it's Father's Day. I'm going to see my dad. And he's like, okay, cool. I was actually going to see my girlfriend. Anyway, I don't know why. He gave me 3 citations, did not take me to jail. $650 worth of tickets.
Oof.
2 weeks later, I'm cruising down 95. I'm following a group of 3 cars that are going about 95 miles an hour.
Right.
Go over an overpass, pull me over. The guy goes, you look familiar. 102 and a 55. It was the same damn trooper.
Oh,
He said, boy, you have got to slow down. He goes, I'm going to tell you a secret. He goes, you can go 80 in a 70 on the interstate all day long. You go 81, we're going to pull you. I've never took my finger off cruise control of 80 miles an hour on the interstate ever.
Dude, and that is the officer's job, is to encourage you to develop great, well, it's your responsibility, but like the officer, once they correct you, I believe their objective is to get you to embrace safer driving habits. That's what happened to you. That's what this state trooper did to me, albeit $600 more, in my pocket. But sorry that happened to you, man, but I'm sure everyone around you really appreciates the fact that you're still here. Unrelated to anything, I saw this news story on WFLA today. Quote, you are a coward. St. Pete Beach Bar owner attacked by customer. Anthony Campetti, owner of Nico's Dog and Sports Bar in St. Pete Beach, was attacked by a customer. Now, I'm never going to advocate physical violence. I don't think it's right. It's terrible what happened to this guy. But there's a key part of this story. Mr. Campetti said on May 4th, a group of men came in dressed as mimes for a bachelor party. They were having a good time singing karaoke when another group came in and started causing trouble. One guy came in and started assaulting the one mime behind his back, like hitting him in the back of the head. He didn't even see it coming. Can we all agree that if there is a group that deserves to be attacked physically, it is the group of dildos who thought it would be funny to dress as mimes for a bachelor party in St. Pete Beach. Hey, look at the guy singing. He's trapped in a box.
Yeah.
Oh, now he's climbing a ladder. Like, who, like, this had to be a man marrying another man. I'm sorry. I don't mean to stereotype or categorize. I love all people. Love is love, blah, blah, blah. No dude marrying a woman calls his bros and goes, hey, guys, bachelor party this weekend, St. Pete Beach. Rad. We're going to go to Mermaids, a couple strip clubs. No. We're going to dress as mimes and do karaoke. Don't you think someone's going to attack us at a beach bar? No, never happened.
Now, the man that hit him from behind, was he miming the hit or was he actually hitting him?
Right. Like maybe he didn't really hit him. Maybe he's just such a good mime. They're like, oh, he must have been hit. Hello, Drew Garabo Live. How can I help you?
Yeah.
Hello.
Me and my uncle and Tom were down in Augusta, Georgia, and we went to a strip club down there. We ended up leaving.
Hello? Hello? We ended up okay. Probably for the best. 800. I mean, I'm driving to Georgia this weekend, and you can bet your sweet ass that I will be driving the speed limit on 75 all the way up there. I'll be driving the speed limit all the way back. This needed to happen. Maybe if this hadn't happened, I'd be hauling ass to the state line, you know?
I've driven interstate for decades, quite a few places, went from country to country, from Florida to California. I've never seen more Texas and Georgia, the most unforgiving state troopers I've ever ran into in my life. You are not getting out of a ticket with either one of those.
Yeah, I've never been pulled over in Georgia, knock on wood. I've always heard nightmare stories about that Florida-Georgia state line.
Dude, and that's where they get, because you're like, oh my God, I'm almost there. And subconsciously you find yourself speeding. And dude, they are ready.
Oh yeah. No, thank you. No, thank you. Good afternoon, Drew Grabo Live. Who are you? Is there something wrong with the phones, you think? Hello?
No.
Hello?
Hi, who are you?
Mike.
Hey, Mike, what's up?
Hey, I want to share why I don't see it anymore.
Okay.
A few years back, I was working for a courier company driving a van at night, and a sports car passed me up at a high rate of speed.
Mm-hmm.
Lost control, spun out, rolled the car a couple times.
Oh, Jesus.
And I literally watched the driver being ejected from the car. That'll sober you up.
Yeah, I could see where that would dissuade you from speeding for a while. There was a girl I just saw the other day. She was not wearing a seatbelt, which who doesn't wear a seatbelt these days? But she wasn't wearing a seatbelt, ejected from the car and went 75 feet in the air.
Wait, you saw this?
It was in a news story.
Okay.
So I read a lot of news stories.
75
feet in the air. I mean, that you got to wear your freaking seatbelt. Hello there. Who are you? There's
me and my buddy were city police officers several years ago at a police department in Florida.
Yes, sir.
And we were off duty at a party, and, you know, not saying it's okay. It's a long time ago we did it, whatever. We were both drunk.
Yep.
And we were driving a buddy's Camaro down a back road and doing 100-something miles an hour. Cars coming towards us. My buddy's like, man, I hope that's not a cop. And sure enough, it was a state trooper.
Uh-oh.
And he turned around and we lost him or whatever. Anyway, we both work for him today.
Oh, wow.
He's a sheriff. And we both work for him today, and we've told him the story.
He can't retroactively arrest you, can he? Damn, man. Yeah, it's interesting the times you get away with it. It can either empower you to keep doing it, or in my case, hopefully change the way you're driving your car. You know what that means, ladies and gentlemen? That means it is time to make you $1,000 richer. I set my alarm every day, so I do not forget to play you the bonus keyword. Stand by. And don't forget, if you get a call from a number you don't recognize within a half hour of you entering this code in, that could be our people calling you to say, hey, you won something, so answer your phone. You know, you might normally see a number you don't recognize and go, I ain't answering that. Well, in this case, answer that because it might be our prize patrol people calling you up, and then you can win $1,000. If you don't answer the phone, they ain't going to give you no money.
Dude, $1,000, you could really soup your car's engine up nice.
Or pay some speeding tickets.
Here we go, Bone Fam. The Bone Bonus. Presented to you by Farah and Farah, Tampa's accident attorneys. FarahandFarah.com. This hour's Bone Bonus keyword is
gift. Head to the 1025 The Bone app right now and enter gift before 30 minutes past the top of the hour, and the $1,000 Bone Bonus could be yours. That state trooper yesterday gave me a real gift by not taking me to jail or giving me a speeding ticket. Gift. Good luck. Hi there. Welcome to Drew Grabo Live. How can we help you? It is definitely something with the phones.
Yeah. I think Dylan's still here.
Oh. Hey, Dylan, there's something wrong with phones. Hello? It's probably not you. It's probably us. Okay.
That's nuts.
Hello? One more try. Hello? Okay. Well, here's what we're going to do. We're going to reboot the phones. We're going to take a moment for us. We're going to come back. I'm going to tell you about how the state of Florida is fighting to restrict where you can take your kids as a parent. Next.
You're listening to Drew Garabo live on 102.5 The Bone. NASCAR lives right here on 102.5 The Bone. Sponsored by Jerry Ohm.
This week, the NASCAR Cup Series roars back to historic North Wilkesboro Speedway. All-Star Weekend in the Foothill. It's the NASCAR All-Star Open and Race.
Race Day Sundays, where NASCAR lives in Tampa Bay. Right here on 102.5 The Bone. Sponsored by Jerry Ohm Jeep Ram. #1 in the country. Now, a Bone traffic update from the Farah and Farah Personal Injury Attorneys Traffic Center.
I-75 north, a pretty sizable backup due to a crash that's off to the right shoulder past Big Bend Road with State Trooper on the scene. This will back up traffic beyond Paseo Almar at the moment. Give yourself 15 to 20 minutes. A smattering of other standard rush hour delays and construction-related delays throughout, with 275 north in the downtown area and past the interchange and northbound Selman into Tampa, both your largest backups. Southbound 275 on the Sunshine Skyway headed to Manatee County, also congested a bit. This is Eric in the Farah and Farah Traffic Center.
Save time and money with mobile service at Jerry Ohm Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. They come to you and perform on-site simple repairs or routine maintenance. Schedule mobile service with Jerry Ohm today. Online at jerryohm.com. Tampa is Ohm country. See dealer for complete details.
At Cadence Bank, we believe the future comes in many shapes. Every day is a new beginning, a chance to imagine new possibilities or get to work building them. There's opportunity here. Find a branch near you at cadencebank.com. Equal opportunity lender, member FDIC.
Springtime is here, and that means car buying season. If you plan on getting an electric vehicle, you're going to need an EV charger at home. Climate Design Home Services are your go-to company when needing to install or service an EV charger. Whether you own a Rivian, a Tesla, GM, or Ford, Climate Design Home Services can make charging as easy as plugging it in. Furthermore, if you need any type of panel adjustments or upgrades, the licensed electricians from Climate Design Home Services can ensure that you have enough power to charge everything in the comfort of your own home. No more driving around town looking for a charger, worrying you're going to run out of juice. Climate Design Home Services lets you charge at home. Call 727-295-1572 or go to climatedesign.com and schedule your EV charger installation. That's climatedesign.com.
2001 Odyssey is Tampa's #1 nude club on Florida's West Coast with over 300 of the hottest exotic dancers. 2001 Odyssey has been voted the #1 nude club by Best of the Bay. Check out the world-famous 2001 spaceship and encounter the wildest dancing in Tampa Bay. The after party happens every night. Full liquor next door. 2001 Odyssey, 275 in Raymond James Stadium on Dale Mabry, better known as the Strip.
Things are heating up in May at the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. Right now, new members of Unity by the Hard Rock receive a free limited edition t-shirt and up to $200 on them. Receive your actual slot loss back from your first day on your next visit in 2 equal free play offers up to $200. And at the Hard Rock, they will match your tier. Show your premium tier card from selected competitor casinos for an opportunity to match your tier with the equivalent Unity Hard Rock tier. And don't forget the Hard Rock Sportsbook at the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino Tampa puts legal sports betting just steps away from all your casino favorites. It's the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. Get in there and tell Mike Calta sent you. If you've gotten a quote on replacement doors or windows lately, you know that they are not cheap. I talk about WeatherTight windows a lot, and I'll be honest, they don't usually have the cheapest price. But if you value great service before and after the sale, excellent installation, and guaranteed satisfaction, then it's worth every penny that you would spend with WeatherTight to replace your windows or doors. Some things are priceless. Just call and tell them that Mike Calta sent you.
WeatherTightWindows.com. WeatherTight Windows. Hey, Bay Area, Randy here. During the Summer Starts Here sales event now through Memorial Day, we've got nearly 1,000 RAV4s, Tundras. I'm looking at Tacomas, Camrys, Corollas. Select new models with smoking hot prices and low leases available. Plus, it costs less to own a new Toyota with 4-year maintenance included. Get to Sun Toyota before Memorial Day, because when you make it Sun Toyota, we make it happen. Call 800-369-3367 for more details.
Sun Toyota.com.
International Diamond Center's values are so compelling, it's not unusual to see people here that are not local.
Every day, we have people that drive an hour and a half, even 2 hours.
IDC owner Keith LeClaire.
People are willing to drive because they've heard it's not a typical jewelry store.
For example, did you know IDC has one of the largest selections of luxury pre-owned Rolexes in America? Thousands of hard-to-find Rolex watches, Submariners, Daytonas, Pepsis, Batmans, all in perfect condition.
We scour the world to find only the most pristine, super clean watches. We only carry the creme de la creme.
And like everything else at IDC, these watches are at a price that's guaranteed to give you maximum value.
We price them to win the customer, not lose a customer.
International Diamond Center for pre-owned Rolexes, exquisite rare diamonds, premium designer jewelry, and exceptional white glove service.
You're going to want to come to IDC. It's worth the drive.
International Diamond Center, Tampa, Clearwater, Lakeland, and Sarasota, and online at shopidc.com.
At Brandon Honda, we have lenders for every credit situation. Good credit, bad credit, no problem. Hi, I'm Sam Robbie. Right now at Brandon Honda, get 0 down deals on any new vehicle in stock. Plus, make no payments for 90 days. And we'll pay off your trade no matter how much you owe. We have over 600 vehicles to choose from and over 50 lenders, all competing to get you the best deal possible. Get your guaranteed credit approval at BrandonHonda.com.
Call 813-280-0850 for more information.
At Racetrack, you'll find everything you need to get through the day ahead.
The morning hits hard when you get up early. You're obviously tired and looking surly.
Grab some made-in-store breakfast, freshly ground coffee, ice-cold drinks, delicious hot food, and snacks all in one stop.
The day is long and can feel like a grind, but you'll get fully stocked and everything will be fine.
Racetrack is here to keep you going.
An all-day haul to get you through.
Racetrack, whatever gets you going.
Have you ever taken your family to dinner and been shocked at how expensive the bill was? Or gone to the doctor and been surprised by a large bill that was sent to you later in the mail? There is over $22 trillion in U.S. tax-deferred retirement accounts like the IRA and 401k. So do you know how much you will owe in taxes on those accounts in the future? Hi, I'm Rebecca Walser, principal of Walser Wealth Management and a tax attorney. And right now I want you to think about how much you've saved in your own deferred retirement accounts, whether it's $250,000 or more. Guess what? That is not all of your money. You will have to pay those taxes in retirement as you withdraw it when you have no income. At Walser Wealth, we created a retirement tax bill calculator to show you what you will pay in future taxes on your accounts, and it's free for you to use. Go to mytaxtest.com. Knowledge is only power when it's followed by action. Knowing your future taxes, we can show you strategies that might help you lower them and lower your tax burden overall in the future. For now, use our free tax calculator, mytaxtest.com, mytaxtest.com.
John Setting here for Wild Fork. This past weekend, I spent some time with my parents. On Saturday night, I grilled up a feast of meat with the Santa Maria tri-tip, chicken thighs, and some Brazilian sausages. For Mother's Day, I did something a little bougie, the Chilean sea bass on a bed of Mediterranean couscous, topped off with that lemon butter sauce that everyone loves. They've got everything you're looking for, from traditional cuts of meat to ground beef, hot dogs, burgers, and more. They've got locations in South Tampa, West Chase, and St. Petersburg. Check them out online at wildforkfoods.com.
If you've been hurt in an accident, Burnett EPA is here with a quick response. One call and we're on it. It's fast, easy, and focused on you. Quick action, real results. Burnett EPA, we're ready. Offices Lakeland, Tampa, St. Pete.
Get ready for Camping World's Red, White, and New Trade event, May 15th through the 18th. Get the highest value for your RV guaranteed during the biggest RV trade event of the year. Shop the best RV deals in America with new RVs starting as low as $92 a month. Get ready for the holiday weekend with up to 45% off grills and 25% off product installation. Plus, we'll have free hats, free propane refills, free food, and fun for the whole family. Don't miss the incredible Red, White, and New Trade event, May 15th through the 18th at your local Camping World.
See for full details and disclaimers.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, let's talk ED because millions of men experience it, but not everyone can access or afford treatments like Viagra. Hims can help. Through Hims.com, you can access a full range of treatment options for ED through a 100% online process. To start your free online visit and save up to 95%, go to hims.com/joy, HIMS.com/JOY.
Injured? Hire America's largest injury firm, Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
1025 The Bone. Real Raw Radio. WHPT, Sarasota, Tampa, St. Pete. And 107.3 WXGL-HD2 St. Pete. Live from the WeatherTight Windows studio. Unique opinions, compelling conversation, and the best in afternoon entertainment. Now, the conversation continues on Drew Garabo Live.
All afternoon, we'll continue to take your calls on excessive speeding. If you didn't catch the beginning of the show, I understand. You got things to do. Suffice it to say that there is a state trooper, usually in Pasco County, who has my undying gratitude today. Easily could have written me a couple of tickets, could have taken me to jail, showed me grace, and I'm paying it forward by encouraging you to drive responsibly. I have been playing fast and loose with it. My number came up. We grow through what we go through, Maurice.
We do. We do. And for a reason, Drew.
800-771-1025. We'll take your calls on that. And
Nobody tells you what to do.
I thought conservatives, by definition, wanted a government that was less concerned with what you do with your life and more concerned with making sure the potholes get paved, roads get fixed, trash gets picked up, and that we focus on the important things like tax breaks for the wealthy, etc. If you're conservative, it seems liberal to me to want to tell parents what they can do with their kids. For example, there was recently an injunction just a couple of days ago that challenged the constitutionality of Florida's ban on children going to drag shows with parents. Hamburger Mary's, which there used to be a couple of them here in town. There aren't anymore. There's one in Orlando still.
Yeah, I went to the one in Ybor.
Ybor was cool. They had good burgers too. Great meat. There was one in Clearwater, and now there's one in downtown Orlando. And on the weekends, they host child-friendly drag shows. Now, even I look at the phrase child-friendly drag shows and go, okay. I'm not going to take my kid to it. I think by its very nature, drag is sexual. But if you want to take your kid there, you should be allowed to. The government, whether liberal, conservative, Democrat, Republican, other, the government has no business telling you where you can take your kid, unless it's obviously a bar, a porno store, etc. But again, like, your kid is basically your property. So when an injunction was filed against this ban, and now Ron DeSantis is saying this is an overreach and that they will fight this injunction against the anti-drag law because taking your kids to a drag show is radical and wrong. If you don't want to take your kids to a drag show, don't take your kids to a drag show. But don't tell other parents that they can't do it.
Yeah, don't worry about where I take my kid.
Right. Like, are you going to like pass a law that says you can't get your kid a Happy Meal? A Happy Meal's not healthy for your kid. So don't I have the right to get my kid a Happy Meal if I want to? Of course I do. If I want to take my 9-year-old to a rated R movie, irresponsible in your eyes? Maybe. Do I have the legal right to do it? Hell yes, I do. And you're not going to tell me that I don't. So those of you on the conservative side, please tell me how it behooves you to tell other people where they can take their kids. Why would you fight that battle? 800-771-1025. Hello there, Drew Garabo Live. How can I help you?
Hey, Drew. Can I get a time check on Ellington?
Oh, thank you. It is 5:16 in Ellington, Florida right now.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, so I was a wrestling coach down in Bonita Springs, and I lived on Bonita National. And the road going there is 40 miles an hour. I happened to be doing 70. So one of the local cops pulled me over and ran my information. Fortunately for me, my assistant coach was one of the school officers, and he knew him. So he ended up calling my assistant coach, and he goes, hey, yeah, play a prank on him. So I sold my CBR 600RR probably 2 weeks before that, and so he comes up to me and goes, hey, you have a warrant for lapsed insurance. And I was like, what the heck is going on? He goes, no, I'm just kidding. I talked to him. He's like, I'm just busting your balls. So ended up going into school the next day, and my assistant coach is in the office just busting out laughing.
That's awesome.
He heard everything that was going on. So, yeah, I fortunately got off with just a warning, but that was a close call.
Did you augment your driving habits afterwards and drive more responsible?
100%. Okay. Yeah, I haven't gotten a speeding ticket in a long time.
Attaboy. Pussy. 800-771-1025. Good afternoon,
I'm
Drew
scared, Drew. I'm scared.
The man's a responsible driver. Oh, hello.
Hello. First-time caller makes me a Gold Star caller, correct?
Well, if you've never called any radio program before, you are absolutely a Gold Star caller. Is that the case, ma'am?
Yes, it is the case.
Well, what's your name?
Tina.
Well, Tina, it's a pleasure to speak with you, my Gold Star caller. What can we do for you?
Well, I have a little story for Drew.
You're calling to talk to Drew. Okay, hold on one second. I'm Ricky, the phone screener. I'm sorry. Okay. Tina, story for Drew. All right. Is that? Hello? Oh, could you turn down your radio, please?
Okay.
Thank you. Now, could you turn it back up, please?
Is that the case, ma'am? Okay.
All right, yes. Now, if you could just keep it up so I can hear what's happening in the background there, I'd really appreciate it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Tina, it's a pleasure to speak with you, my Gold Star caller. What can we do for you?
Here we go.
Well, I have a little story for Drew.
Who's that?
You're calling to talk to Drew. Okay, hold on one second. Okay, Drew.
Ma'am?
Let me give you a warning.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, you said Drew, and I said ma'am.
Okay, I'm ready to talk to Drew.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I'm just Ricky, the phone screener over here. Let me just get your information. Is that Tina or Teeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeee Wait, like Gina Davis?
Like
Uh-oh. Hello? Hello? Gina?
Hello, Drew.
Oh, hi, Gina. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you today?
I'm awesome. Is it your first time calling?
Yes, it is.
Great hearing from you, dear. What can we do for you?
Well, I'm just calling to give you a heads up that I was stopped in the location of Valdosta, Georgia.
Ooh.
I was about a year or so ago.
Okay.
And the two young white officers informed me that my car had a distinctive odor of marijuana.
Oh, no. Were you smoking cannabis?
Perhaps.
Okay.
Maybe.
All right.
All right.
Nobody's on trial here.
Okay.
Okay.
So the nice Southern officer says, well, why don't you go ahead and tell me if I'm going to find any more when I search your vehicle?
All right.
Now I'm outside of the car thinking, yes, indeed, I am going to jail.
Sure.
However, whatever perhaps may have been done was extinguished out the window and nothing was to be found.
Oh, okay. All right.
But I was thinking it was not going to go my way when the two decided to search the whole vehicle.
Sure.
But This is 11 o'clock a.m. They're looking for a little something in my coffee.
Sure. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Not concerned about the odor anymore. Concerned about my coffee. Doing a little testing on that.
Sure.
So I just wanted to let you know that all's well that ends well. They just said, okay, young lady, you be careful out there and keep the smells down to a minimum.
Oh, that's nice. Did you blow?
Yep, I blowed on right back to Florida. Yes, I did.
Thanks, Tina. Start of a porno right there.
Yes, indeed.
Old Tina Ballerina gets pulled over by two white Southern officers. Oh, no, officer. You found cannabis in my vehicle? Is there anything I can do to get out of this ticket? Hello there. Who are you?
Hey, what's going on, Drew?
You tell me. You called.
Hey, I wanted to say you're going up through 95. I was stationed in Brunswick at the Fletsy there, but I lived in Fernandina Beach.
Oh.
And if you speed right at the Florida-Georgia line, you're referred to as a Camden County High School booster. You'll see people sitting on the side of the road.
Yep.
Camden County police officers take every cent and they throw it towards the high school football team. Love the show, guys. Have a good one.
No wonder high school football is so proficient up there in North Florida and southern Georgia. Valdosta, I think, is the high school football capital of the United States, or at least was.
Have a problem with them donating it to the boosters?
No, absolutely not.
Kids play ball.
Although I believe Texas, if I am to believe the documentary Friday Night Lights, I believe Texas is the real king of high school football. I do want to hear from you if you would support banning other people's kids from drag shows. I just don't understand it.
I was vexed in the same manner when the bill to ban 13-year-olds under 13 from social media. The same thing. Stay out of my house.
Yeah.
I can tell my child when and when not to use social media.
Correct. Drag shows, while they may indeed be sexually charged in nature, are not pornography. There's no one having actual sex.
No.
So if I wish to take my child there, then who are you to tell me I can't? 800-771-1025. Hello there, Drew Garabo Live.
Hello?
Hi, what's your name?
Hi, my name is Susan.
Hi, Susan. Pleasure to speak with you today. What can we do you for?
Good speaking with you. So I wanted to talk about DeSantis and places like Hamburger Mary or whatever the name of it was called.
Yes, ma'am.
I had taken years ago when they had the one in Clearwater. I took my grandchildren. Not for anything. I thought it was just a fun show.
Sure.
And like you actually said, it was a little sexual. And it was a lot sexual, where they put their boobs in everyone's face.
Yep.
So it's just like you actually said it also. 18 years or younger, not allowed in a bar. Not allowed in a strip joint, whatever you call that. So why not a place like that to see a drag show that is sexual?
Let me ask you this. Do you consider restaurants sexual by nature? Hooters, Twin Peaks, Wing House, etc. We can all admit that those girls are basically, in addition to selling chicken wings, selling some sex, right?
They're not selling sex.
Oh, they most certainly are. Well, they may not be having intercourse, but they are absolutely. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, but what they're showing, you see less of that on the beaches. I mean,
my point is this. If you're going to allow kids in a restaurant that is designed for adults, that is sexually charged in nature, you certainly wouldn't support legislation to prevent parents from taking their kids to Hooters, would you?
No, I would not.
Then what's really the difference?
What people see in Hooters is they see more on Hooters girls than they see at the beach. Or,
Okay, so then either we ban kids from beaches, which would be awesome for those of us who like a quiet beach, or you let parents take kids where they want to take their kids. So if a parent wants to take their kids to a drag show on the weekends at Hamburger Mary's, you would make that illegal?
I would put an age limit on it. Maybe 16 years or younger, not allowed.
So would you then, if I want to take my kid my 12-year-old kid to a rated R movie, would you make that illegal?
Would I make that illegal or rated R, which it's been a long time since I've been to the movies, but that R-rated means what?
No one under 17 without an adult.
No.
Can I ask you a question?
Go ahead, Maurice.
Yes, I would take them still. Yes. Rated R.
If the
I think it's the parents, only because I've been to Hamburger Mary and I've seen what they've done. So I don't care what people do. It's an adult thing. It's an adult thing.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this.
Sexual.
Hold on. Let me ask you this,
ma'am. Please. If
the county in which you reside let you know that there were a lot of kids that could not afford lunches and were going to arbitrarily take $20 a month from your paycheck so that they could feed these children, would you be willing to do that?
Absolutely.
All right.
So just so we can circle back to the issue here, you would allow parents to take their 12-year-old kid to a rated R movie. You wouldn't make that illegal, right?
Only because it's on a screen. It's not something that's in your face where, something live is a lot different from something on a screen.
You're going to see way worse in that rated R movie than you are going to see at Hamburger Mary's. It's hypocritical what you're saying, because you could take a kid to a rated R movie and they're going to see sex on the screen. You're not going to see sex in a Hamburger Mary's.
They're going to process the information the same way, whether it's live or on screen.
Exactly.
And parents shouldn't be taking their children to
but the thing is, don't parents have a legal right to make decisions on their own on where they want to take their kids? The government shouldn't be telling parents that.
They should be able to take them to the bars and take them to the strip joints.
Look, you could take your kid to an Applebee's where people are getting hammered tonight. You just have to sit at a table. You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm asking, is it okay to take them to a bar or something? Is that okay with you?
Sure. You go to any brewery in St. Petersburg on the weekend, and you're going to see a ton of kids, a ton of dogs, and a ton of kids as well.
Yeah, that's true.
Thank you. 800-771-1025.
It'll take you a minute, but you got it around.
Thank you, my dear. I appreciate your remaining open-minded through the whole thing. Hello there. Who are you?
Yo, Purple Steve. How you doing, guys?
Steve Areno. What's up, dog?
Hey, I'm not going to ask you how you're doing.
We call that the Purple Steve clause. Don't ask me how I'm doing.
Yeah, brother. So, listen, the Hamburger Mary's thing, okay, so no, they shouldn't outlaw that kind of stuff. I had a surprise birthday party from my ex-wife, and we went and we walked into that Hamburger Mary's in Clearwater, and I walked in and I go, wait a minute, is this a gay bar? What the hell's going on? And I had my kids, they were both minors at the time, young teenagers.
Yeah.
And but they had the bingo night or whatever they called it.
Drag bingo. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and it was freaking hilarious, man. Like, my older son, who's tall, like 6'4", he goes up because he won bingo, and then she asked him, how old are you? And he said, I'm 16. And she goes, well, I hate to see you leave, whatever that saying is, but I love to watch you leave. Hate to see you go, but love to watch you leave. Type of thing. And it was hilarious stuff. And then we would eventually go to the one over there in Tyrone, And that place was a blast.
Yeah.
And the kids had a great time, man.
Sure. And you know, ladies like that last one who want to call it sexually charged, sure. Okay.
No.
You can see a bosom and a corset, but you see the same thing at Hooters when they do the hula hoops. I don't know if they still do the hula hoops. But as a parent, you have the right to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like
exactly.
Don't be telling me.
Funny and a good time.
Absolutely, my man. Great hearing from you as always, Steve.
All right, brother. See ya.
See ya. I remember I took Xander when the Tilted Kilt first opened up. They started advertising on Real Radio, so I took my son. And I thought, it's like Hooters, you know. My dad's been taking my son to Hooters since he was a little baby. My dad loves Hooters. And we sit down at the Tilted Kilt, and this friggin' girl comes up to the table. They got the little Catholic schoolgirl outfits on, the little plaid skirt, and a white dress shirt that is unbuttoned down to here, and her bosoms are spilling onto my son's head. And I'm like, this was probably not the right call.
Tilted Kilt came out strong.
Oh, they sure did, man. They do not mess around. Hello there. Who are you?
Hey, Drew. I'm Jay.
Hey, what's up, bud?
Hey, I think my biggest problem with it is I don't think that kids should be exposed to fetishes of any sort, whether it's hetero or, the opposite. But
what you call a fetish, another person might call a good time. Like it's not. It's people dancing.
Okay. I can call a cat a dog. It doesn't change what it is.
Well, a cat and a dog are defined species. A drag show is entertainment. It's not a fetish. Like everybody who goes there doesn't have a fetish for women who dress as dudes or dudes.
Absolutely a fetish.
It's not
It's classified as a fetish.
It's not. It may be in your right-wing arch-conservative playbook. It is, my man. But the rest of us normal people out here who have open minds.
See, you call me a right-wing, but I don't want to take my kid to Tilted Kilt either. I have a son. I don't want them exposed to either side of that spectrum.
Why not?
They're children. They're innocent. They shouldn't be exposed to fetishes.
Get out of here with your fetish.
They're children.
Do you think Hooters? Hooters is a fetish?
No, I don't think Hooters is a fetish, but they're also not catering to children. Like, they're not trying to have children to be able to come in there, I don't think.
Oh, dude, you don't see kids in a Hooters when you go?
I don't really go to Hooters. I haven't been in probably 5 or 6 years. But
you sound like a dildo. You sound like a real stick in the mud. Fetishes. It's a drag show, man. Not everybody who goes there has a fetish for women who dress like men or men who dress like women.
I was willing to concede everything he was saying up until the point they hadn't been to a Hooters in 5 years. You're right, he's a dildo.
I don't do that. If I want chicken wings, I will go to a nice establishment where the waiters and waitresses are fully clad. I do not like fetishes. Hello, who are you?
Hey, this is Jeff.
Hey, what's up, Jeff?
So I just had a quick comment. Don't quote me on what statistic it actually is. I apologize for not having that right in front of me.
That's all right. I got the Google.
A lot of these kids that are being abused at young ages are being abused by their own family members.
Okay.
And if these folks have an outlet to bring their children, like you said, to these adult events, I mean, it's like where's the line that? I mean, how do we differentiate between what is actually a playful drag show and what is actually a sex theme?
Well, I think if they have their adult entertainment license, then it's a sex theme. In other words, you can't take your kid to 2001 on Dale Mabry because that is an adult entertainment licensed establishment. But you could take your kid next door to Riveters, which is a restaurant that serves booze.
Also, when you read the invite, I believe they said family-friendly drag show. So there's your differentiation right there. In other words, they understand that there are drag shows that probably are not age appropriate for certain, and they're saying, hey, it's like a comedy club. On a cruise ship, they'll say, hey, this is the midnight adult show. This is the family friendly show. It's the same thing, but they have different parameters. So there's your differentiation.
I hear you guys. I hear you, but I just now we're going off of the honor system if we don't have any rules. And if we're going,
but there are rules. What we're explaining to you is there actually are rules. It's just the pomposity and audacity of people, no offense, like you, who want to tell other people where they can take their children. That is insane to me. Worry about your own, right?
Which is really at the heart of what we're talking about.
Yeah.
It's like, let me raise my kids. I don't know how you were raised. I don't know how your parents were raised. I don't know what damage you have. I don't need people in the government who are always being discovered to have these sexual proclivities that are dark and sometimes very illegal in nature. I don't need you telling me how to raise my kid when you can't raise yours or yourself. That's what it's really about.
I respect. Can I ask one last question?
Sure.
Would you allow the state of Florida, like we did with marijuana, to put it to a vote, and would you accept those results?
I mean, I have no choice but to accept the results. The state of Florida already tried to ban it without a vote, tried to ban drag shows, and then the government came in and said that's unconstitutional. And now Governor DeSantis, who alienates Republicans by the minute, is going to culture war. I was going to wait until someone got into a heated argument to bring this up, but I'm just going to make the point now so that I can save myself the agita. You parents right now who are burning heaters with your kid in the back seat, you are 1,000,000 times worse of a parent than any parent who would take their kid to a drag show. You are putting something in your kid's lungs that is infinitely more harmful to them than Hamburger Mary's might be on the weekend. Should we ban smoking in a car with a kid? Well, yeah, we actually should. Hello, who are you?
Hi, this is Veronica.
Hey, Veronica, what's going on?
Well, I have a story in regards to officers and driving.
Yes, ma'am.
It happened not too long ago. It was, a day. You just have one of those.
Sure.
And a lot of it had to do with the facility that my mom is in. She has dementia.
I'm sorry.
And they kept raising the rates, and it was, they need more care, and it's going to cost this, and it was kind of a nickel and diming thing, and I just had it.
Okay.
And I'm driving home, and I'm just frustrated beyond all belief. And there's 3 cars, and they're poking, and I'm like, okay, I just can't deal. And so I pass them, and no sooner do I pass than, whoop, whoop, there go the lights. And the Dodge Charger I passed was a Polk County Sheriff.
Oh.
And she proceeds to pull me over, and she blocks the sun because it was in my eyes. And I am just, okay. I mean, I'm crying, but it's not because I'm emotional. It's just I'm upset with everything that was happening at that moment.
Sure.
And I thought, you deserve it. You deserve it, Veronica. You asked us. You did. You deserve it.
Yep.
So, that's, just what it was. And she said license, registration, all that. I gave it to her, and I'm just, just reeling over it. And she comes back, and I was telling her initially, she goes, what's going on? I said, well, it's my mom. And you don't need to hear it all. And she comes back, and she goes, well, Miss Jordan, I'm not going to, give you a ticket, but you need to be safe so that you can see Mom again. And you need to slow it down. And she goes, you do have a pretty fast car here because I have a Camaro. And I said, as do you. And on that, and on that, she let me go. But
what a happy ending. Sorry the phone connection was a little lousy, but thank you very much. Good afternoon, Drew Garabo Live.
What's up, boys?
Bobby D, what's going on, dude?
Well, you're talking about this traffic stuff and all that. I got a little ditty.
Okay.
All right. It goes now, 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 now. You got pulled over for going a little too fast. He could have ended up flipped over, but he got a pass. The trooper was cool, so learn a lesson and make it last. Drew went too fast. He said he's not doing it again, and we got to hold him to that.
Thank you, Bobby D. Drew Garabo Live, hello.
Hello.
Hi, who are you?
Hi, my name is Ann.
Hey, Ann, pleasure to speak with you. What can we do for you?
I was just thinking, how many kids saw Birdcage with their parents?
How many kids saw Birdcage, did you say?
Yeah. And they had to have no problem, was it?
I never saw Birdcage, but probably a lot. I think it's a rated R movie, and there were probably quite a few parents who were like, let's go see that delightful Nathan Lane in the Birdcage.
Not only that, I mean, you can see it now on Netflix or, Hulu, and people, kids are seeing it. The parents don't have a problem with that, and that's drag.
And you know what, my dear Ann? You pick up a mobile device, you can have any range of pornography in the palm of your hands in seconds. What kid under 16 and over the age of 10 doesn't have a mobile device? So then are you going to tell a parent you can't give your kid a mobile device? No, of course you're not. You could see stuff on here that is way, way more graphic than a drag show. Hello, go ahead.
How you doing tonight?
What's up
today?
Dude, today, tonight, whatevs. We're good.
I know, I'm tired. Well, first of all, I went to Drew Street with no light. The light never turned red, so my day is going good.
Good.
But anyway, I believe parents should let other parents parent, and that's it.
Yeah, dude.
If your parents, that's totally what this is about. This whole debate, actually, the whole thing in legislature, it's stupid.
I agree.
I'm probably,
we shouldn't be legislating morality. Don't tell other parents what they can and cannot do with their kids. That's what it's all about. It's not really about drag per se. It's about the overreach of the government telling parents where they can take their kids. And that is wrong. We'll continue to take your calls on that. We'll give away some prizes. We're going to have a fantastic afternoon. What bands can you see for $30 this summer? You'll find out next.
You're listening to Drew Garabo live on 102.5 The Bone. Tell us what you think. Head to the 102.5 The Bone app now and leave us an open mic. The Open Mic on the free 102.5 The Bone app is sponsored by 1-800-ASK-GARY. Now, a Bone traffic update from the Farah and Farah Personal Injury Attorneys Traffic Center.
Quite the slowdown, 275 South and 34th Street South, merging on to 275. This is as you're headed toward the Sunshine Skyway. Traffic recedes once you're finally on the bridge, but lots of stop-and-go congestion back to 38th Avenue at the moment. Over in Hillsborough, 75 North should be good now beyond Big Bend. A number of other scattered delays throughout, affecting Bay Area bridges as well. Gun Highway has a crash eastbound past the Veterans, backing you up to Citrus Plaza Drive. This is Eric in the Farah and Farah Traffic Center.
This traffic report is brought to you by Universal Roof and Contracting, protecting Florida homes and providing affordable roofing solutions. Check them out at universalroof.com.
Furman Chevrolet in Brandon is Tampa Bay's #1 Chevy dealer. What makes us #1 at Furman Chevy Brandon? We say yes. Yes to having Tampa Bay's largest tariff-free new Chevy inventory. Yes to paying top dollar for your trade. And right now, we say yes to 0.9% APR for 60 months on the purchase of a new 2025 Chevy Silverado. Come see why we are #1. Visit us on Adamo Drive in Brandon or online at FurmanChevy.com. Furman Chevy Brandon. Together, let's drive.
Hi, I'm attorney Fran Hosh. Being involved in a car or motorcycle accident can be stressful. I've dedicated my career to helping accident victims and their loved ones. If you need an attorney you can trust, give me a call today at 866-LAW-FRAN. We will give you a free case evaluation and won't charge you any fees unless you recover money. Give me a call today at 866-LAW-FRAN, 866-LAWFRAN, or visit me online at lawfran.com. Main office, Palm Harbor.
2001 Odyssey is Tampa's #1 nude club on Florida's West Coast with over 300 of the hottest exotic dancers. 2001 Odyssey has been voted the #1 nude club by Best of the Bay. Check out the world-famous 2001 spaceship and encounter the wildest dancing in Tampa Bay. The after party happens every night. Full liquor next door. 2001 Odyssey, 275 in Raymond James Stadium on Dale Mabry, better known as the Strip.
Hey, Bay Area, Randy here. During the Summer Starts Here sales event now through Memorial Day, we've got nearly 1,000 RAV4s, Tundras, I'm looking at Tacomas, Camrys, Corollas. Select new models with smoking hot prices and low leases available. Plus, it costs less to own a new Toyota with 4-year maintenance included. Get to Sun Toyota before Memorial Day, because when you make it Sun Toyota, we make it happen. Call 800-369-3367 for more details.
Sun Toyota.
Looking for expert construction services in Tampa Bay? Waterman Construction Group is your go-to for commercial and residential projects. From demolition to new HVAC, patios, pavers, and driveways, they've got you covered. Whether it's a new build, a remodel, or storm repair, Waterman Construction handles your project from start to finish with personalized service, honest pricing, and guaranteed same-day response. Visit watermanconstructiongroup.com or give them a call at 813-715-7383. Waterman Construction. Your vision is their mission. Call them today and tell them you heard about it on the Mike Calta Show.
It's the perfect day. You're just driving along, listening to your favorite music, the windows down. There's a cool breeze. Life is good.
But wait, hold on a second. You're not wearing a seatbelt? You'd better put that on before that... Uh-oh, too late. Cops everywhere are stepping up enforcement, so you'd better buckle up or you will get caught. Sorry to ruin your day. Click it or ticket.
Funded by the Florida Department of Transportation.
Baseball is all about stepping up to the plate when it matters most. And when you've been injured, you need a heavy hitter in your corner. Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm.
Injured? Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
John Senning here for Solar Bear. You know, big power companies keep raising rates, but Solar Bear is fighting back and helping Floridians save. They're locally owned, not some giant national chain, and they've been in business for over a decade. With thousands of 5-star reviews, they're Florida's most trusted solar installer. And right now, you'll pay nothing for 12 months. That is a full year of free energy. Stop paying more and more every month. Call Solar Bear today or visit them at solarbear.com. That's solarbear.com and take control of your power.
The bigger, better, faster Memorial Day sales event is on at Jerry Owned Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Shop over 1,000 vehicles in stock during the Employee Pricing Plus event. We'll double your down payment up to $10,000, and your first repayments are on us. Plus, visit our website and enter for your chance to win a new Ram 1500. It's all happening at the #1 Ram dealer in the U.S., Jerry Ohm. Tampa is Ohm Country. Online at jerryohm.com. Call 1-800-840-0798 for complete details.
Preparing to sell your home can be costly and time-consuming, but it doesn't have to be. Skip the hassles of a traditional home sale and sell your home stress-free with a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. Hey, it's JP. Say goodbye to the stress that comes with showings, open houses, and costly home repairs. My friends at Mark Spain Real Estate will sell your home fast and for maximum value. If you're thinking about selling your home, you can receive an all-cash guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. Listen to what their client Tyra had to say. Quote, thanks to Mark Spain Real Estate, our home had several cash offers within 24 hours of being on the market, and we closed in less than a month. With their guidance, the transaction was more seamless than we could have ever hoped. End quote. Selling your home is one of the biggest financial decisions you will ever make, so who you work with matters. With over 12,500 5-star reviews, trust the top real estate team in the U.S. to sell your home for top dollar. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
Time marches on, and a lot has changed. But one thing has not changed. Washington regulations on local stations. Regulations that make it tough for local TV and radio stations to compete with global big tech platforms. If you want to keep local news, weather, and live sports on TV and radio, we need updated regulations. Tell Washington to modernize the rules to help local stations compete. Learn more at nab.org/modernize the rules. This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
1 in 4 Americans have a disability. I'm one of them. I'm also a working mom who cares deeply about making sure every child with a disability thrives by getting their access needs met. We've got a trusted ally by our side. Easter Seals provides children and families the foundation for lifelong success through early learning programs, skills training, and prep for college and career. That's my Easter Seals. Make it yours. Join us at easterseals.com.
The following is sponsored by Bid My Listing. Selling your home? With Ready, the best real estate agents will pay you up front for your listing. 2, 5, as much as $10,000 just for the chance to sell your home. So when you're ready to sell, give us a call and give us the basic information about your property. We'll notify all those smart agents who signed up with Ready, and within 48 hours, they'll be competing to sell your home. Pick the best one, get thousands up front. Call Ready, 888-551-READY. That's 888-551-REDY.
Saturday, May 17th is Furman Chevy of Brandon's Military Appreciation Event. Don't miss this star-spangled day of live music, free barbecue, giveaways, and exclusive military offers. Together, let's drive and honor our heroes. Get all the details at FurmanChevy.com.
Involved in a car accident? We understand the pressure you're under. Call Farah and Farah. Tampa.
Climate Design Home Services. They really know their stuff. Climate Design has installed Trane heating and cooling systems for over 50 years. So put their experience to work for you. Visit climatedesign.com.
Now, a weather update from the Sun Toyota Weather Center.
Sun, Toyota.com.
I'm Fox 13 Chief Meteorologist Paul DeLegato. Pretty much locked in for a long time. Clear skies tonight and mild in the mid-70s. Sunshine on Friday, and the heat is on. Mid-90s inland and low to mid-90s along the coast. That'll continue into next week. Keep cool.
Now, back to Real Raw Radio. Sponsored by Anajar and Levine, accident attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Now, back to Drew Garabo Live.
Don't forget, you can watch us do radio at theboneonline.com, should you desire. Hit us up on the social media. He is Cat Named Mo on Instagram, and I am Drew Garabo there. Got many, many kittens at the Dancing Goat Dairy Farm just waiting for you to take one home. Check out my social media if you want to see what they look like, and then go visit them. So many of you, thank you so much, have found homes for those kittens, and I appreciate it. Appreciate you. Good afternoon. Welcome to Drew Garabo Live. Who are you?
Hey, guys. Levi.
Hey, Levi. What's going on today, bud?
Hey, I was just wanted to comment on the drag conversation real quick.
Yeah, and in case you're just joining us, the state of Florida first banned parents from taking their kids to family-friendly, air quotes, drag shows like Hamburger Mary's. And then the government came in and said that is unconstitutional, so a judge ruled an injunction preventing the ban from taking place. And now Governor DeSantis, calling this a radical culture war, et cetera, wants to overturn the ban of his ban. And I just wonder, where does the government get off on telling parents where they can take their kids? A parent, in my opinion, you're clothing that kid, you're feeding that kid, you're putting that kid through college. You got the right to take that kid wherever the hell you want. Go ahead, Logan. Levi.
All good. And just background, I used to work on the Hill, and I was on the Republican side. Cool. But I definitely, one thing that I've noticed, and it's on both sides, is government and people in politics really want to take ownership of children, and they don't allow parents to parent. And so you have all these laws. You talked about pornography. You talked about, obviously, this situation here. But at what point are you going to allow parents to make these decisions?
Right.
I remember when I was young, my mom asked me, if I got into politics, what would I do? And I remember back then I said all these things that I would want to ban. I didn't know what I was talking about back then, but certainly going through politics and understanding really how these things work, it's just a matter of the government wanting to intrude in our homes and take control in every situation and aspect, and really trying to replace parents as parents. So,
totally agree. Thank you, man. Great call. I think it was Thoreau. It's often credited to Thomas Jefferson, but that's incorrect. It was Henry David Thoreau in an essay called Civil Disobedience, who said, the government which governs least governs best.
That's right.
Pick up my trash, make sure the potholes are filled in the roads, and we're good. But don't get in the business of telling me where I can take my kid. You want to pass legislation that bans parents from smoking with their kids in the car? I could get down with that because it's a health risk, but guess what? Parents are still going to do it.
The other thing is, going back to what DeSantis is even trying to do, if the politicians don't want to listen to the courts because they feel that that's overreach, why should we want to listen to you?
That's a great point. Like DeSantis says, no, I know what's best for my Floridians.
Yeah.
Well, then why can't we as parents go, no, fam.
I know what's best for my kid.
I brought this damn kid into the world, and I'm going to decide where I can take him. Hello there, Drew Garabo Live. How can we help you?
What's going on, guys?
Everett, what's happening?
Not much. Drew, you kind of touched on it earlier. One of your female callers, we need to remind her, if you can take kids to an Applebee's where they do karaoke and John Fenton can say so many curse words that the smooth kicks them out, you can definitely take your kids to a drag show.
Yeah, he's the real problem.
Never forget the shmoo, my man. Great callback. Shmoo, Team Shmoo. Sorry, John. Boy, that was a great saga. John was he was legit pissed.
So what happened? He got wasted?
No, he wasn't even wasted, I don't think. John went to the Applebee's on Sheldon in Citrus Park.
Okay.
Karaoke night. And the dude who ran karaoke, I don't think he does anymore. I hope he's still alive. It was named the Shmoo. Looked like a dirty Santa Claus. Like white beard.
Right.
Strip club DJ voice. But he had a rule even if the song has profanity, you can't say profanity. Well, of course, John did a Kid Rock song, and that song had bitch in it.
Mm-hmm.
And John said bitch, and Shmoo asked him, shut the song down immediately, and asked him to leave. So then John went on the air with the story, and we got the Shmoo on the line, and we all took the Shmoo side, and John got so mad at us because he felt, you know how you feel when you're ganged up on you're in a room with like 5 people and they're all going at you, and the Shmoo is just like, I'm sorry, brother, but you do it, I'll kick you out again. And then I started going there for karaoke, and I found the Shmoo to be a real delight. Hope you're still out there, Shmoo. Shmoo, 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 Shmoo. Hello, Drew Garabo Live. How can I help you?
Hi, Drew.
Hi. What's your name?
Angry Anna.
Hi. Angry Anna. I love it. What are you angry at, Anna?
Well, Mike Halka gave me that name. It's a long story for another time.
Oh, no. I need to know the etymology. Why did he call you Angry Anna? That's great.
I was one of the girls in his only female slap-off.
Okay. So is that like your slap name, or were you really angry about something?
Yeah, no, that was my slap name.
Oh, yeah, I like alliteration. Angry Anna. Good. Yeah. Well, see, that was an easy story. What's going on, Angry Anna? You don't sound very angry.
I'm not. I guess in the moment,
You popped the hell out of some bitch in her face?
I can look that way, yeah.
I got you. I have resting dick face myself, so I get it. What's up?
Yeah, I have RBF sometimes.
I get it.
I just had to chime in on this. My daughter works for Hooters, first of all, and I don't think they can be compared to Wing House. Wing House has lingerie night, and Hooters girls are very respectful with their bodies and the way they dress. And
comparatively
she chose
speaking,
to go to Hamburger Mary's for her 18th birthday, and we had a blast. And we were very sad when they closed. Yeah. And I don't want anybody telling me where I can and cannot take my children. It's BS.
It is BS. And there are parents out there who would even look at the, by comparison, sterile Hooters and go, oh, well, you shouldn't be taking your kids there. Well, if you don't want kids at Hooters, don't take your kids to Hooters. But if my dad wants to take his grandkids to Hooters, which he did many times, Wing House, Tilted Kilt, Twin Peaks, whatever, take them. Like you've got the right to do that. You have the right as a parent to do things that other parents would not do with their kids, right?
That's right.
Angry Anna, it was a pleasure speaking with you. A real live celebrity. If there is another slap off on the Mike Calta show, you're my odds-on favorite.
Thanks, guys.
You're welcome. I'll be your corner guy.
Yeah. I'll hold the spit bucket.
If they do it here in the studio, Mike won't let us at his house. Well, Mike won't let me at his house. He'll probably let you. Be waiting outside in the garage, be like, Anna!
Oh, he's mad at me. So.
Oh, you okay?
He got mad because I said, Blue Collar Man by Styx sucks. It does. It's a dumb song.
No, I'm mad at you, too. He's right. That's a great song.
Any song where rock stars are placating to Blue Collar Men, like that's what they actually really want to do. Get the actual F out of here. There's this cheesy 70s organ.
Sorry, Mo. I'm Team Mike on this one.
Sucks. I mean, the music's okay. It's not great. It's okay. But lyrically, it's a big, giant turd sandwich.
I don't appreciate you undoing all the work I've done to keep diplomacy with the morning show. Mo, I'm sorry.
He drew first blood.
By not liking the fact that you don't like blue collar. Bruce Springsteen has built a career on being a blue collar man.
Let me not like what I don't like. You like what he likes, what he likes. I think it's lyrically, it's a dumb song.
I'm with you, Mike. Drew Garabo Live, hello.
Hello.
Hi. Yes.
Hey, it's Hunter calling.
Hi, Hunter.
Hey, man, you bring up such a good point, and
thanks.
I want to kind of pile on to that point. I've had these issues. Hey, you and Mo. I've had these issues my whole life. I'm 60, and it used to, pardon my language, bleep me off that you could join the military at 18, but you could not buy a cocktail till you were 21. That just fires me up.
As well it
you
should.
can go die for your country, but you cannot buy a beer.
How about the fact that the VA will exclude you from the VA programs if you pop positive for weed, but they'll expose you to a million different things serving our country overseas. You come back, or even serving in this country. If you're up in that Fort Lejeune or wherever it is in North Carolina, you can get cancer up there, and then God forbid you should want to alleviate some of your symptoms by smoking a little herb, they'll kick you out of it. It's hypocrisy when it comes to freedom and autonomy over our own bodies.
Drew, great topic today, man.
Thanks,
great
buddy.
topic.
Thank you.
We need to talk about this more as a country because free means free.
Free does mean free.
You need to wake people up.
Absolutely.
You, man.
Thank you, buddy. Freedom's just another word for nothing left to lose.
Mm-hmm.
Hello there. Who are you?
Hello, this is Shane.
Hey, Shane.
Hey, Drew.
Hey, this is Drew. How are you, Shane?
I'm doing well.
Good. Shane was a robot.
Great topic.
Thank you.
I just I keep hearing you say something about it's legal to smoke in the car with a kid, and I don't think that's right. I think it is illegal to smoke in a car with a kid. It's a non-moving violation.
Is it illegal to smoke in a? Yes, it is illegal to smoke in a car with a child under 13. So you can
know that.
You can smoke. Neither did I. You can smoke with a kid who's 14 or 15 in a car. So,
Interesting.
Thank you very much, robot.
Who's gonna light my cigarettes now?
That's a good point.
Come on, man.
Fox
You're
13.
cutting me off at the knees here.
Here are the states that ban smoking in vehicles. 12 U.S. states have laws that ban smoking in personal vehicles where children or adolescents are present. Alabama, Arkansas, California, Delaware, Illinois, Louisiana, Maine, Oregon, Utah, Vermont, Virginia, and West Virginia. There are 21 states with no restrictions on smoking in vehicles. It says Florida is one of them. I don't know. All I know is my parents chain smoked with us in cars and then immediately quit smoking when my sister and I moved out.
Smoking and strip shows, or not strip shows. What do we call them?
Drag shows?
Drag shows.
Yeah.
The biggest problem facing children in America, and I see it every day that I'm doing my day gig federale, obesity. By far the biggest problem, if you care about children, then that's what you need to be worried about, because that is the biggest issue facing children.
You ain't wrong. You know, when you see a, no offense, big fat mom and she's got a big fat kid and they're both like carrying a big Mountain Dew.
Big fat Mountain Dew.
Right. You just want to go, okay, big fat mom, big fat kid, big fat Mountain Dews in each hand. Like, slap that Mountain Dew out of the kid's hand. Drink of water.
Yes. Yes.
Hello there. Who are you?
Good afternoon, Drew. This is Daryl.
Hi, Daryl.
How you doing, Mo?
Hey.
Hey, I want to tie this into the Spank the Rain from Monday or Tuesday. Are you allowed to play the Pussycat song by Connie Vanette, I believe? Could you play that? Are you familiar with that song? It's funny.
I'm not familiar with it, but I'm certainly going to look it up right now. Connie Vanette.
Yeah, it's a really hilarious song. My dad had the old 45, I think.
Oh, I don't have. I have it in the style of Connie Vanette, but I don't have the actual.
Yeah, play it either way. It should be FCC legal or whatever it is, but it's hilarious. You got to check it out.
Pussycat song, Connie Vanette. All right, stand by, and you'll get your wish. Here we go. Connie Vanette, the Pussycat song.
Pussycat was scratching out on my back door. Scratched so long, poor pussy got sore pussy.
I'm not just not comfortable with that. But
No.
thank you.
No.
Thank you, Connie Vanette.
Surprising we haven't heard from her lately.
Illustrious career, Miss Vanette. Hello, who are you? Jesus.
Hello, my name is Vladimir.
Hey, Vlad. What's going on?
Yeah, I just want to say that I support the ban for many bad things, but I'm against the ban for smoking with the kids. I think that's normal, smoking with the kids. But ban all the bad stuff with the drag and many bad things like this. Thank you.
Thank you, Vlad. Good afternoon. Drew Grub Alive.
Drew, what's up?
LH, my man. What is popping and TikToking, LH?
Man, you got good conversation every day. So,
Thanks,
man,
brother.
you know I'm keeping it, keeping up with it.
Hell yeah.
Hey, well, back to the, I got one thing to say. Because I was in the military, like I always say. Like the guy said, you can join the military at 18, but you can't buy beer.
True.
That's not true.
Oh.
You cannot buy beer in that state.
Oh.
But on post, because I was 18, we can buy beer.
Oh.
We bought it on post. Now, if you go off post, like when I was in college, I wasn't 21 yet. I couldn't buy beer. I go on post and buy my beer. We had a PX. And then when you go to a different country like Germany, man, 18, what? You can buy beer at 15. They don't have the same rules over there.
They don't.
You know?
But I did look it up, LH. It is illegal. It is illegal to buy alcohol underage on a commissary in the state of Florida. So, you know, even the 18-year-old soldiers on base cannot buy beer on base. Say, Mo, what do we got coming up in the Mo Betta?
Tale of the text, dog on a jet ski, and welcome to Dick Locker.
That's next on the Mo Betta. Achieva Credit Union's awesome. I've been a member for over 10 years now, and I can't say enough about the amazing rates, about the great customer service you get in every location. Let's say you need an auto loan, right? Because you're driving a car that's too fast for you, so you need to get a little one that's maybe a little bit more sensible when it comes to how you can speed. Go into Achieva, sit down with them. They'll go, okay, let's take a look at your credit here. Great. So before you know it, you're walking out of there with a draft letter that you can then take to the dealership. And if they have Achieva financing, which most of them do, then boom, you don't have to go through that threatening, annoying inconvenience with the finance guy who's trying to get all kinds of finagling going on, and it's threatening and frustrating. You just show them that letter. You go, no, I've been approved by Achieva Credit Union. Give me that car. And they will. I mean, they won't give it to you, but you have to make payments to Achieva Credit Union. ACHIEVACU.com for Achieva Credit Union.
You're listening to Drew Garabo live on 102.5 The Bone. Stingray Chevrolet presents Calta Cruise 19. Calta Cruise 19 is happening on April 9th, 2026 for a 4-night cruise. We'll be on the Royal Caribbean Explorer of the Seas, departing from Port Canaveral and heading to Coco Cay and Nassau. And we'd love for you to join the party. You can book right now. Email caltacruise@gmail.com to put your deposit down today. Calta Cruise 19. Brought to you by Stingray Chevrolet, Tampa Bay's big store on I-4 exit 22, Plant City. For all the details, visit theboneonline.com. Now, a Bone traffic update from the Farah and Farah Personal Injury Attorneys Traffic Center.
Quite the slowdown, 275 South and 34th Street South, merging on to 275. This is as you're headed toward the Sunshine Skyway. Traffic recedes once you're finally on the bridge, but lots of stop-and-go congestion back to 38th Avenue at the moment. Over in Hillsborough, 75 North should be good now beyond Big Bend. A number of other scattered delays throughout, affecting Bay Area bridges as well. Gun Highway has a crash eastbound past the Veterans, backing you up to Citrus Plaza Drive. This is Eric in the Farah and Farah Traffic Center.
After you've been injured at no fault of your own, you shouldn't be stuck footing the medical bills or dealing with lost wages. Farah and Farah's accident attorneys are here to make it easy. Contact Farah and Farah, 1-800-500-5555, farahandfarah.com. Make it a Farah fight, Tampa.
The Food and Wine Festival and Concert Series is back at Busch Gardens now through May 18th, with over 85 different culinary delights to sip and savor, plus free concerts like Hoobastank this Friday. Save on tickets, fun cards, and annual passes at buschgardenstampa.com.
It's 6:30 and the branch is closed.
Yep.
And you couldn't find your debit card.
Nope.
But you're going to get cash.
Yep. Cadence Bank Live Teller has extended hours, and I can get cash from my account with my driver's license.
My bank can't do that.
Nope.
With over 300 Live Teller locations with extended hours, there's opportunity here. Find a Live Teller near you at cadencebank.com/liveteller. Equal opportunity lender, member FDIC.
Jersey College is a nursing school where faculty know how to give you the resources and support you need with encouragement and real connection.
Hi, my name is Ebony, and I'm a graduate of Jersey College. I felt like Jersey College truly cared about me. This experience was a life changer for me. It's a great feeling. You have to try. Don't doubt yourself. If I can do it, anybody can do it.
Classes are enrolling now at our campuses in Tampa, Largo, Brooksville, Naples, and Port Charlotte. Apply now at jerseycollege.edu.
Summer's heating up, and so are the nights. Cool off and turn up the heat at XTC Supercenters and Planet X, Tampa Bay's ultimate adult playgrounds. From beach-ready lingerie to toys that'll make your summer sizzle, we've got everything you need to spice things up, with or without air conditioning. Whether you're planning a hot date, a wild weekend, or just treating yourself, our shelves are fully stocked, and our deals are hotter than Florida asphalt. So slide into XTC Supercenters and Planet X. Multiple locations across Tampa Bay. Open late. Must be 18 or older. Hydration not included. Bring your own water bottle.
John Senning here for Furman Ford, Clearwater's big Ford store. From social media to the evening news, everyone is talking about the Ford Employee Pricing Sales Event. If you've been waiting, trying to figure out that perfect time to buy a new truck or SUV, guess what? The time is now during the Ford Employee Pricing Sales Event. What does that mean for you, you might ask? You pay exactly what a Ford employee pays across a full line of trucks and SUVs. This is an unprecedented opportunity that's going to give you massive savings on some of America's best-selling vehicles. You need to go see Bob Murray and my friends at Furman Ford today. They've got that beautiful brand new showroom on US 19 in Clearwater, and you can always check them out online at FurmanFord.com. Furman Ford, from America, for America, and make sure you let them know that John Senning sent you.
Life is busy. Luckily, Racetrack's here to keep you on track every day.
Running around and the time makes you nervous. Are you still a mom or just a taxi service?
With ice cold drinks, hot pizza, freshly ground coffee, and even Swirl World frozen yogurt for the kids.
The schedule is packed with things that they have to do, but with so much to choose from, you'll find something for you.
Racetrack is here to keep you going.
Racetrack's gonna get you.
Racetrack, whatever gets you going.
Hey, it's Bruce Woodburn with Cross Country Mortgage, the loan arranger. You know, I've been lending for over 35 years, and I've helped tens of thousands of clients. However, I want to let you know that if you're considering refinancing, stop what you're doing. I think rates are going to get a little better. Now, most mortgage lenders aren't going to tell you that. So I've created a VIP watch list just for you. Now, the only exception to waiting to refinance is if you're drowning in debt and you have equity in your property. Don't get scammed by somebody trying to convince you to refinance right now unless you need debt consolidation. Then contact me right away at 407-706-3313. But if you're waiting to reduce your interest rate or eliminate private mortgage insurance, stop. Call me and get on my VIP wait list. Go to WeBringYouHome.com. That's WeBringYouHome.com. Or call or text 407-706-3313.
Hey, Bay Area, Randy here. During the Summer Starts Here sales event now through Memorial Day, we've got nearly 1,000 RAV4s, Tundras, I'm looking at Tacomas, Camrys, Corollas. Select new models with smoking hot prices and low leases available. Plus, it costs less to own a new Toyota with 4-year maintenance included. Get to Sun Toyota before Memorial Day, because when you make it Sun Toyota, we make it happen. Call 800-369-3367 for more details.
Sun Toyota.com. If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
John Senning here. Are you ready to win $15,000 in new impact windows from Reese Windows? Well, pick up your phone right now and text the word TRUST to 20129. That's TRUST to 20129.
If you're in the market for a car, chances are you've heard all about those confusing 25% auto tariffs, additional costs added to both new and used cars, and ultimately passed on to you. But don't stress, because at Auto Lenders in Palm Harbor, we have a unique way of getting inventory without the tariffs. So you can choose from the finest one-owner cars, trucks, and SUVs. They're totally tariff-free, which means you're totally free to save thousands more. See for yourself at Auto Lenders in Palm Harbor, a tariff-free way to buy a car.
Men, trouble in the bedroom? Not anymore. Prestige Men's Medical Center restores your sex life in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate erectile dysfunction and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Prestige Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Prestige Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. You'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients get their testosterone checked free. Call 813-499-2888. 813-499-2888 to restore your sex life in just one visit. Call now. 813-499-2888.
I'm honored by the number of referrals that Bernetti PA gets from others in our legal profession. We have represented clients referred to us by other law firms and even represented judges. They've called us. Why shouldn't you? Call 1-800-BERNETTI. We're ready. Offices Tampa, Lakeland, Pinellas.
Time marches on, and a lot has changed. But one thing has not changed. Washington regulations on local stations. Regulations that make it tough for local TV and radio stations to compete with global big tech platforms. If you want to keep local news, weather, and live sports on TV and radio, we need updated regulations. Tell Washington to modernize the rules to help local stations compete. Learn more at nab.org/modernize the rules. This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
Hurt in a slip and fall? Take back control of your life. Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
1025 The Bone. Real Raw Radio. WHPT, Sarasota, Tampa, St. Pete. And 107.3 WXGL HD2 St. Pete. Live from the WeatherTight Windows studio. Unique opinions, compelling conversation, and the best in afternoon entertainment. Now, the conversation continues on Drew Garabo Live.
Newsflash! I have news.
You may hear news elsewhere, but it definitely won't be Mo Better Than This.
Well, anyway, we're going to do a tune called
Mo Better News, right now on Drew Garabo Live.
I got Mo Better News for you, but I also got All American Gunslingers, which is Newport Richie's #1 gun range off US 19 North. Of course, Newport Richie open 7 days a week, of course. Couple of things I don't talk about a lot. Gunsmithing is on site. I know the cat. He is fantastic. Young cat. You'll be surprised, but came up in the game. He can help you with any new or old firearm repair, from pistol to revolvers, rifles, and everything in between. You go to aagunslingers.com and you can find out all about him, all about the trainers, my boy Joe Betts, and everybody else. You can find out that you can now get a free concealed carry class and an $85 item for $20 for the cost of the target range shooting. Coming up on June 14th, you can join All American Gunslingers for Suns Out, Guns Out. Ain't talking about my muscles. There will be raffles, prize wheels, food trucks, machine guns, and unlocked rental counter wall. Come join us to kick off the summer. That is going to be June 14th. All American Gunslingers, your rights, your safety, your freedom, America. Mm-hmm. There we go. All right, Drew, the Diddy trial continues. It's not going anywhere. And this is probably one of the hardest days when the prosecution has a star witness and then the defense gets to cross-examine. Oof. And you go, well, okay, how much of what she said is going to hold up against cross-contamination.
Cross-contamination's accurate, actually.
Yeah, I was going to say, there was a lot of cross-contamination. Combs' lawyers began questioning the prosecution star witness, and some of the text messages read on Thursday expressed enthusiasm for Combs' directed encounters with other men that she previously testified had disgusted her. In one August 2009 exchange, Combs asked her, "When do you want to freak off?" LOL. "I'm always ready to freak off," she replied. 2 days later, Cassie sent an explicit message to Combs. "I can't wait to watch you. I want you to get real hot," he replied. Uh-oh. "Me too. I just want it to be uncontrollable," she said. Cassie then asked for a short break, which Judge Ann Subramanian granted after yet more explicit messages were shown.
Ugh, how embarrassing to have that play out so publicly.
But I would imagine, Drew,
Yells.
that you have been in a relationship. I certainly know that I have, where, well, okay, certainly nothing to this degree, but where it was contentious a lot of times.
Sure.
But you could point to some text within the bad nature of the relationship to go, okay, this seems like it's okay.
Sure.
You know, every now and again, you're so beat down by the bad that you grab on to a moment that gives you a little breathing room.
No question.
And
even the worst relationships have moments of harmony.
Right. And also, even in situations where I don't think anybody would argue that you were treated horrendously, that kind of Stockholm syndrome thing. You combine the fact that you love somebody with the effects of Stockholm syndrome, and yes, there will probably be times that you are asking for the very thing that detests you.
Yep, no question. And this poor young lady, just because a couple of times she got into the freak-offs doesn't mean she was up for it every time.
Absolutely, and those are the times you have to look at. And also, I mean, you know, she just wanted to please Diddy.
Yeah, who wouldn't?
She said he was a very charismatic man, and it doesn't look good for you know.
No, and I guess Britney got dragged into it today because they
Britney Spears.
Yeah, she had a birthday party, and I think that's where Cassie might have met Diddy. I read that today. I've been reading up on it ever since you make it such a big deal about this
Well,
trial.
it is a big deal. We just got Britney Spears pulled into this bitch. Of course. I mean, how you gonna bring her in just because they had a party that's where they met? I mean, keep my name out this trial's mouth.
That's what it says. Britney Spears dragged into P. Diddy trial as Cassie recalls wild parties with pop star. Britney does look like she was into some wild party, and she still looks like she might be.
Dude, have you seen glimpses of that her social
I follow her on
media?
Instagram. I see it every day. It's
not
so
good.
tragic.
It's more tragic than the elevator hotel lobby video of Diddy beating up his girlfriend.
Okay, let's not get crazy.
I'm just saying. Who's suffering the most damage there, Drew?
Long-term Britney, short-term Cassie.
Going back to what we were talking about earlier on, a Polk County street racer arrested for speeding 108 miles per hour.
Who does
with
that?
a teen in a car. Oh, well, I'll tell you who, Drew. I'm glad you asked. A 19-year-old woman does that. Her name is Mariah Bateman. She had a 14-year-old passenger with her. She was charged with street racing and, of course, negligent child abuse without bodily harm. The speed limit in the location she was speeding was 60 miles per hour, but the deputy said both vehicles racing were going over 100 miles per hour. A red sedan and a black sedan were side by side, obviously trying to outdo one another.
Stupid.
So much so, even more so, with a 14-year-old in the car. Florida becomes the second state to ban fluoride from water system after DeSantis' bill signing. Again, I don't know that I have anything to say about this. Okay.
We were raised to understand that like fluoride was good for you, but maybe it's not. I don't know.
But I would say this: maybe you don't introduce any foreign entity into the water supply, because if you want fluoride, it's in every tube of toothpaste.
Sure.
So I could see the argument of saying, hey, we want our water to be pure. We don't, But I also see the argument that says there's a lot of people that can't afford certain things, and this might help their overall dental health.
Maybe.
But I gotta drink fluoride because you gonna be a yuck mouth.
Yeah, forget that. I'll just brush with Colgate.
Have you seen the Florida dog that was on camera riding the jet ski in the river?
have.
Grace Gavreau captured a video while sitting at dinner with her boyfriend. It was a dog sitting atop a jet ski by itself. And understand something, the jet ski was not that jet ski was jet skiing.
Oh, yeah.
I looked into the marina next to the restaurant and saw a man pulling a dog on a jet ski. The footage shows the dog, which was wearing a yellow life jacket, sitting comfortably on the watercraft as a man using a water-propelled jetpack pulls it. You've got a water-propelled jetpack, a dog with a life vest on, and the jet ski. The pair had previously been spotted around Florida. That's something that you're only going to find in Florida.
Yeah.
A follow-up on the story we talked about. The Church of Scientology has withdrawn its request to buy the Clearwater Street. The church's plan included closing the road to the public and building an auditorium and a park. Critics of the plan that included the grassroots group Reconnect Clearwater submitted a counter-proposal called Save the Garden. And now that whole deal is done. And I think that's probably for the better. I don't have a dog in the race when you're talking about how much property Scientology owns in Clearwater, but you're going to close roads, you're going to build. I mean, we can only have so many, palaces to who's their god?
David Miscavige.
Yeah, there you go. He disappear, isn't he?
His wife has disappeared.
Then I think he did.
Oh. I haven't seen him lately.
Nobody has.
Yeah.
Where's the money? If you're going swimming, an advisory is issued after bacteria found at some Pinellas County beaches.
Poopy beaches.
Yes, poopy beaches. Clearwater Beach near Mandalay Park, Sand Key County Beach, and Indian Rocks Beach. Officials said samples taken were above the threshold for enterococci bacteria. That doesn't even begin to sound great. Dick's Sporting Goods is to buy Foot Locker for $2.4 billion.
Any truth to the rumor they will be calling it Dickfoot?
I heard Dick Locker. Either one is going to be great.
Would you be more inclined to buy a pair of sneakers at Dick Locker or Dickfoot?
Oh, man, I think I'd have to go to Dick Locker. I don't want Dickfoot.
I've had tennis elbow.
Do you, right?
I don't want Dickfoot.
Can you believe that Foot Locker's worth $2.4 billion?
No.
I see one here and there. I thought it was kind of an antiquated notion, but I guess the last pair of shoes I was out buying was for my son Legend, and he took me to a Foot Locker.
Kids love the sneakers.
Oh, look at this. Foot Locker has more than 2,000 stores in 20 countries. That doesn't seem like a lot, 2,000 stores in 20 countries.
No.
The Pennsylvania-based company told the AP that it expects to close on the Foot Locker deal in the second half of 2025. What are Dick's Sporting Goods' plans for Foot Locker? They told the AP that it expects to run Foot Locker as a standalone business and keep the Foot Locker brands, which includes Kids Foot Locker, Champ Sports, WSS, and Japanese sneaker brands at most. There you go right there.
Okay.
Why should you care?
Why?
The Associated Press noted that the footwear industry is worried about the trade war with other countries, especially China, and that the athletic shoe manufacturers have invested substantially in production in according to the American Apparel and Footwear Association. Roughly 97% of the clothes and shoes purchased in the U.S. are imported predominantly from Asia. That's why you should worry right there.
How much you think a pair of Jordans cost to make? Like, I mean, I know they sell them for like $200 at the lowest, but like, what do you think it costs them to manufacture a pair of Air Jordans?
A couple of dollars.
That's what I was thinking. Like less than 10, right?
Yeah, I would have to say, full disclosure, I've never bought an expensive pair of sneakers.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no, I've never had Air Jordans. I've spent a little bit of money on Chuck Taylors because that's always been my go-to.
Love them.
But Air Jordans and anything kind of athletic, no. Boots were kind of my thing.
I got you.
Yeah.
$16 is the manufacturing cost of a pair of Air Jordan 1 highs.
All right. What they cost to buy? $40?
$180.
Oh, okay. That's
a serious markup.
Seems a tad high. A horrified Spirit Airlines passenger said she'll never fly the airline again after filming 2 roaches crawling inside the cabin. Simone Berry said Spirit gave her a voucher, but it's not enough to change her mind. In a statement, Spirit said the company is aware of the video and has addressed the issue on the plane involved. This is the thing, and I know this because I've seen this. Some bags will get pulled at the checkpoint for search because they have a prohibitive item in them. I have seen not only other TSOs have this happen, but it happened to me where you unzip the bag and a roach comes out. Now, I had a single roach and I pushed it back and I was jumping, but I have seen another TSO where they were just all around, it was just all around the bag. So what I'm saying
might not be Spirit's fault.
It might not be Spirit's fault. Yeah, and you got to understand. I mean, if you've got a roach infestation at your house and you're leaving your luggage out, they're going to be in your luggage.
Hell yeah, they are.
If you're taking clothes from your drawer and putting them into your bag, they're going to be in your luggage. They're going to be in your bag. So I would fight it if I was Spirit, but there's a whole lot of reasons not to fly Spirit.
Roaches ain't one of them.
And that's the Mo Better.
Thank you, Maurice.
Thank you, Drew.
We're going to come back and I will share with you why you should feel real good about being a Tampa Bay Lightning fan, even though we are no longer in the NHL playoffs.
You're listening to Drew Garabo live on 102.5 The Bone. Stream Real Raw Radio live. Anytime on the free 102.5 The Bone app. Now, a Bone traffic update from the Farah and Farah Personal Injury Attorneys Traffic Center.
275 South looks a little better southbound in Pinellas, past Pinellas Point and 34th Street, same thing, but delay time still over 20 minutes back to 26th Avenue. Two separate incidents on the Courtney Campbell Causeway, eastbound into Tampa, approaching Ben T. Davis Beach, moderate backup. Westbound, Gulf to Bay into Pinellas, major. That crash involving multiple vehicles blocking the right lane on the Campbell with emergency vehicles on the scene. Stop-and-go traffic not quite to the midspan yet, but it definitely could happen. Bayshore Boulevard along the Hillsborough Bay finally cleared of any incidents. Reasonable delays elsewhere on your main roadways and interstates. This is Eric in the Farah Traffic Center.
You know, it's interesting. Car insurance commercials tend to focus on the simple fixes. A busted windshield, a banged up bumper. What about the human damages like pain and suffering? Farah and Farah, Tampa's accident attorneys won't let big insurance forget about your pain. For a Farah fight, you know who to call. Tampa.
If you're in a slip and fall accident, time is not on your side. Stores have video footage that's crucial evidence in your case. You've got to act quickly. Call Farah and Farah so we can preserve it before it disappears. Tampa.
Beautify your home by going to rbafla.com and taking advantage of Renewal by Anderson's Window of Opportunity Savings event. You buy 2 windows or patio doors, get the third for 60% off. Plus, no money down, no payments, and 0% interest for 12 months. Renewal by Anderson is awesome. rbafla.com. License number CGC 1527613. rbafla.com.
Did you know even the smallest increase in mortgage rates can cost you thousands of dollars over the life of your loan? Hi, I'm Mark Stefanski, Chairman and CEO of Third Federal. It's true, even a 0.25% change in rate can cost you thousands of dollars over the life of your mortgage. But with Third Federal's new Early Rate Lock, you don't have to take chances. Early Rate Lock is the only pre-approval that locks in your rate at pre-approval, even before you find a house. Plus, we're so confident that our rates are the lowest, if you find a lower rate, we'll beat it or give you $1,000. And now through May 31st, get pre-approved with Third Federal and we'll pay all of your closing costs. So don't wait. Call Third Federal today.
Right now with Third Federal, even before you find a home, lock in 6.625%, APR 6.685% on a 30-year fixed-rate purchase mortgage. Visit thirdfederal.com or call 1-800-3rd-FED today. APR reflects 15% down for $350,000 loan amount. Rate requires automatic payment program and is subject to change. Restrictions apply. Zero closing costs on low-cost loans only. See conditions for lowest rate guarantee at thirdfederal.com. Equal housing lender.
It's win or go home in the NBA playoffs, but not for new customers on the Hard Rock Bet. New signups get a bonus back up to $100 if the first bet doesn't win. Or if you'd rather bet on golf, we got another major teeing off this month. Your first bet works like a mulligan. If you land in the water, you get up to $100 back for tee off again. Make every point, rebound, and assist mean more. Every goal, every shot, no matter what sport you prefer, Hard Rock Bet makes it easy to bet on the playoffs in just a few easy taps. Download the Hard Rock Bet app online now or go to hardrock.bet. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Call 888-MINUTE.
When it comes to your electric bill, the cost can fluctuate due to weather, energy usage, and daily habits. Sometimes they're soft and cute. And sometimes they're
hard and burly.
But with budget billing from Tampa Electric, we'll even out your payments so you pay a more consistent amount each month. Then when your bill comes to visit, it's predictable and friendly. Hey! Sign up for budget billing online at tampaelectric.com/budget billing and see what your monthly payment could be.
Drinking and driving don't mix. If you've been injured by a drunk driver, we're Bernetti PA and we sue drunk drivers. We know you may not have been ready. Call 1-800-BERNETTI. We're ready. Offices Tampa, Lakeland, and Pinellas.
Preparing to sell your home can be costly and time-consuming. You can skip the hassles of a traditional home sale and sell your home stress-free with a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. Hey, it's JP. You can say goodbye to the stress that comes along with showings, open houses, and costly home repairs. My friends at Mark Spain Real Estate will sell your home fast and for maximum value. With over 12,500 five-star reviews, trust the top real estate team in the U.S. to sell your home for top dollar. Just go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today and start packing.
Business owners everywhere are raving about ZipRecruiter's new feature, Zip Intro, which does the work of finding and scheduling qualified candidates to meet with you as soon as the next day. So we decided to call up some of these employers and hear their stories. Today, we're on the phone with Pilates studio owner Crystal M. Harris. Crystal, how has Zip Intro helped you hire?
Well, I was opening a Pilates studio in McDonough, Georgia, and I needed to staff up quickly. Zip Intro did the work for me. It helped me find enthusiastic candidates who matched my qualifications perfectly.
That's great.
Yeah, I had my Zip Intro session on Tuesday, did all the interviews by Thursday, sent out the offers on Friday, and they started on Monday. Because Zip Intro did most of the work, I saved so much time.
Absolutely. And to our listeners, you can try Zip Intro for free right now at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Zip Intro. Post jobs today. Talk to qualified candidates tomorrow.
Time marches on, and a lot has changed. But one thing has not changed. Washington regulations on local stations. Regulations that make it tough for local TV and radio stations to compete with global big tech platforms. If you want to keep local news, weather, and live sports on TV and radio, we need updated regulations. Tell Washington to modernize the rules to help local stations compete. Learn more at nab.org/modernize the rules. This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
Millions of Americans take medicine like Ozempic and Zepbound. Many of them are overpaying by thousands of dollars a year. These GLP-1 medications for diabetes, weight loss, and more may not always be covered by your insurance, but GoodRx can help. GoodRx helps you save every month on prescriptions at over 70,000 pharmacies nationwide. Best of all, it's free to use. Check GoodRx to save on GLP-1s. Just go to GoodRx.com/GLP. That's GoodRx.com/GLP. GoodRx is not insurance, but can be used instead of insurance, including Medicare and other federal and state-funded programs.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. It's the Sleep Number Everything Smart Bed sale. Every smart bed and base are on sale during our Memorial Day event. Up to 50% off, plus free home delivery. Limited time. Exclusively at a Sleep Number store near you. Learn more at sleepnumber.com.
When it really matters, choose Farrah and Farrah. Here for you, here for good. Tampa.
Now, a weather update from the Sun Toyota Weather Center.
Sun Toyota.com. I'm Fox 13 Chief Meteorologist Paul DeLegato. Pretty much locked in for a long time. Clear skies tonight and mild in the mid-70s. Sunshine on Friday, and the heat is on. Mid-90s inland and low to mid-90s along the coast. That'll continue into next week. Keep cool.
Now, back to Real Raw Radio. Sponsored by Anajar and Levine, accident attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Now, back to Drew Garabo Live.
It is Drew Garabo Live. Maurice had to take off a bit early. Here I am keeping you company. You can do the same for me at 800-771-1025. It sucks that the Tampa Bay Lightning got bounced for the second consecutive season in the first round by the Florida Panthers. No doubt about it. It also sucks that there are people out there who are open to trading one of the NHL's all-time elite players, Nikita Kucherov. But I get it. I mean, Kuch was pretty much a non-factor for the second year in a row when it comes to the playoffs. You know why that is? It's not because Nikita Kucherov doesn't want to win. It's because the Florida Panthers are really, really good at neutralizing superstars. They have done the same thing to Austin Matthews in the series with the Toronto Maple Leafs. A reason you can be proud to be a Bolts fan, even if you're out there saying, hey, we should look at trade offers for Kucherov, at least we aren't doing what the Toronto fans are doing on their home ice. Because last night, after getting shellacked by the Panthers, the Toronto fans threw Austin Matthews jerseys onto the ice. He's gone goalless in 10 playoff games against Florida. The Leafs captain also has 0 points in his last 2 games. And again, it is because the Florida Panthers are exceptional at shutting down the opposing team's superstars. They're going to make Mitch Marner beat them. You know, they're going to make Braden Point beat them. And thankfully, we did not see any Tampa Bay Lightning fans throwing Kucherov jerseys onto the ice after that last loss. What an embarrassment to the city of Toronto. I didn't know anything about Toronto fans. Good, bad, indifferent, whatever. That is not a sexy look. 800-771-1025. Hello, Drew Grabo Live.
Hey, Drew, it's Brandon. I love.
What the hell is going on with that you thought that would be acceptable ambient noise calling this radio program, sir? Thank you for the call, but holy crap. And if you missed the beginning of the show, around 24 hours ago, just short of it, 23 and a half hours ago, I was headed home, speeding excessively, dangerously, and I was pulled over by a state trooper who's normally in Pasco County. He cut me a break. There's just no other way to put it. The guy had to get to a crash site, I guess, up the road a bit. Told me so. Could have taken me to jail. Could have written me an extremely high couple of tickets. Reckless, aggressive driving. Did not. Showed me grace. Changed my mentality behind the wheel. And I am now committed to driving sensibly. Thank you very much to that particular state trooper. Amazing human being, and I so appreciate the benevolence and kindness that he showed me. And I encourage everyone out there, just take it easy a little bit, for crying out loud. 800-771-1025. We'll probably talk about this on tomorrow's show. We will have the girls from Mons Venus, ladies from Mons Venus, joining us in studio. That should be a lot of fun. But a lady got fired for something she did on TikTok that I just find so disgusting. Fat shaming is bad enough, okay? Most people who are large don't want to be that way. And when you make fun of them, either to their face or behind their backs, etc., it doesn't do much for their mental health. And this heartless, callous TikTok content creator put up a TikTok. She's Monica from Texas. She told her viewers, if you're 200 pounds, you shouldn't be in a Pilates class, and you shouldn't be allowed to be a Pilates instructor if you have a gut. The reason that's so gross, if a larger person is doing anything to try to get exercise, they should be encouraged. It's probably hard enough for them to get into a gym, not physically fit into a gym. That's a fat joke that I wouldn't make. But it's hard enough for them to find the motivation to get into the gym. And that journey, once you get obese, that's got to be real difficult. I know it's hard enough for me, and I'm not quite morbidly obese, just chubby, I guess, and trying not to be. And it's difficult. You got to make the right choices. But imagine you're some larger person, you finally suck it up, and you get into the gym and you do Pilates, and then you've got this disgusting content creator putting up a video saying you shouldn't be in a Pilates class. Now, should she have lost her job at Stone Ridge Dental because of it? I don't know. If I'm Stone Ridge Dental, I don't want it to be known that I've got this disgusting, nasty woman on my payroll. Now she's begging for forgiveness, of course. I wanted to apologize for my last few videos. They were nasty. I think the reason I posted them is because there were insecurities in me and some self-hate. But my Pilates membership was revoked, and I was told not to go back to work. You effed around and found out, bitch. Hello there. Dude, I don't know what's going on with that phone, Home Slice, but don't call back until you fix it, okay? Thank you. This lady's only sorry because she got fired. And like, I don't know if that should be a fireable offense or not. I do know that if I've got a company and I'm paying you and someone can identify you and associate you with my company and you're on there telling fat people they shouldn't go to Pilates, I would definitely fire your ass. 800-771-1025 is the number. Gone are the days of like saying there's a separate life, a severance, if you will, between work and real life. Nowadays, with everybody wanting to be a content creator, if they can associate you with your employer and you're saying filthy stuff like this, you're going to lose your gig. Ain't a damn person going to cry for you, except for your family, who can no longer rely on you to earn income. Several concerts. We'll do this probably tomorrow for Drew Kioki for prizes. $30 tickets, courtesy of Live Nation, on sale May 21st, which by my math is a week from yesterday. A ton of really good artists, a bunch of them coming to the Amp. I believe some to the Baycare Sound. And you can get $30 tickets for Suicide Boys, AJR, Avril Lavigne, Bare Naked Ladies, Big Time Rush, Billy Idol, The Black Keys, Blink-182. How that works when the show is sold out, I don't know. Cody Jinks, Coheed and Cambria, Counting Crows, Creed, Cyndi Lauper, Dierks Bentley, Dispatch, the Doobie Brothers, The Driver Era, Glass Animals, Goo Goo Dolls, Halsey, Hardy, Hauser, James Taylor's still alive. James Taylor's still touring. Keith Urban, Kesha. Man, Kids Bop Kids. If that phrase is unfamiliar to you, good on you. This was unfortunately a thing when my son was growing up. And I don't know why, but he loved Kids Bop. It's a bunch of kids singing popular songs. It is some of the worst-ish you will ever hear in your entire life. I'm looking for a song that we might all recognize because a lot of these newer songs, I have no idea what these are. But I can't imagine what that would be like live. Having to take your kids to go see Kids Bop live, performing live, my God, that would be terrible. Let's see. Uptown Funk, I know. Espresso, I know. Oh, they do Pink Pony Club. Well, this we got to hear, right? Sheer hell.
I know you wanted me to stay, but I can't ignore the crazy visions of me in LA. And I heard that there's a special place where boys
not bad so far, right? It's just when that group of kids kicks in.
I'm having wicked dreams of leaving Tennessee to Santa Monica.
Sheer hell.
Won't make my mama proud.
I bet when they say Pink Pony Club, it's going to be the chorus of kids. The chorus of Kids Bop. This one's slightly less annoying than 99% of the Kids Bop that you'll hear. This just sounds like a bad cover. Hi there, Drew Graba Live. How can I help you?
Hey, Drew, this is the guy with the bad phone connection. I think I got it figured out.
You did. Much better. Thank you.
All right. So I got a story about me driving way over the speed limit when I was 15 years old.
Yes, sir.
All right. So when I was 15 for my birthday present, my aunt, because I was a preacher's kid, my parents didn't have any money. My aunt gave me a Toyota Celica, 1986.
Oh, dude, those 86 Celicas and Supras were so dope.
Dude, that thing was badass. It had the hatchback with the little fin on the back.
Yeah.
It was stacked.
Oh, yeah.
And so as a 15-year-old, I got my learner's permit.
Mm-hmm.
I was 15 and a half, and I was allowed to drive the car if I had somebody in the passenger seat with me.
Sure.
So my grandfather, who was the father of the aunt that gave me the car as a 15-year-old, I lived in Virginia. He flew with me to Texas to pick up the car. And I picked up the car as a 15 and a half-year-old. And the thing was, me and him drove it from Texas to Virginia. He would fall asleep on the regular, and the thing about him falling asleep was he snored. He was a snorer.
Yeah.
So as soon as he started snoring when I was on the highway,
you'd open that bitch on up.
I knew he was fast asleep when he was snoring. I got it up to 115 as a 15-year-old, and I will never forget that experience. That's kind of the long and the short of it. But that was a highlight of my childhood, was going 115 years old in a Toyota Celica at 15 and a half. It was delightful.
Well, there you go. Kind of not the message I'm trying to send today with responsible driving, but I mean, who wouldn't want to go that fast in a Celica at 15 years old? Speeding's such a lie, and it's so unnecessarily dangerous. And I say all this I guess it's like a reformed smoker. When they smell cigarettes, they're like, oh my God, the worst thing ever. I'm still in that trying to recover from speeding stage right now. And the officer could not have been any cooler. I mean, he was just firm yet fair. The right level of pissed off at me. I got to say, I got lucky that it was that officer that pulled me over. So thank you, and thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks a lot for listening to the show today. We're going to have a fun time on a Friday tomorrow. Go to the Bone app and do an open mic if you want to win Metallica tickets. John Senning is doing a contest right now where you, I think, do a Metallica meltdown, if I'm not mistaken. So do that and win yourself some stuff, will you? Thank you very much. Appreciate it. All right. Hold on. So one time for one more. Hello, go ahead.
Hey, did you get a ticket? I was listening, and I didn't hear.
I did not.
I was wondering about the ticket.
No, I did not. I know. I should have. I could have. I definitely should have. But thanks to the grace of this officer and the crash that he needed to attend to, he could have taken me to jail, for Christ's sake, but didn't even give me a ticket. But, I'm not taking it for granted. It was a great moment. Well,
that's a good vibe going around. You gotta manifest them.
I guess I will take it all day long. Thanks a lot. Hit me up on TikTok and Instagram, Drew Garabo, Twitter X at Drew on the Radio. And thanks a lot. Make sure you rise, shine, grind. Listen to the Mike Calta Show tomorrow morning. After that, Johnny B. After that, JP. After that, Setting Show. And then Drew Garabo Live at 4 p.m. Appreciate you listening. Couldn't do this without you. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye, and take care.
You're listening to Drew Garabo Live on 102.5 The Bone. We are Real Raw Radio. 102.5 The Bone.
And of course, don't forget that if you need your roof looked at, go to universalroof.com, because Universal Roof and Contracting will give you a complimentary roof inspection. They'll take a look around, and then if you have work that needs to be done, repair or complete re-roofing, they will give you a 15% discount, which is huge. They are a veteran-owned company. They are family-owned. They've been in business for decades. I used them back in 2004, and now 21 years later, still talking to you about them because they did exceptional work for me. Was blown away with how professional they were, how thorough. every step of the way. They were informative. Prices are very reasonable. So go with Universal Roof and Contracting, especially in time for storm season. Don't wait until these everyday downpours start to notice that you got a drip, drip, drip hole in your roof. UniversalRoof.com for your complimentary roof inspection for Universal Roof and Contracting. Thank you.
Let's have some summer fun in the summer sun, Bone Fam. It's the Neutral Summer of Music, presented by Neutral. Win tickets to some of the summer's biggest shows, like Thomas Rhett, Katy Perry, Jason Aldean, and more. Plus, score Neutral summer gear, including hats and coolers. Scan the QR code at participating Florida Circle K's, Miller's Ale House, or at the Blind Goat in Tampa to enter. Neutral. Keep it tasty. Visit theboneonline.com for more details. Now, a Bone traffic update from the Farah and Farah Personal Injury Attorneys Traffic Center.
Two separate right lane blockages very near each other on the Courtney Campbell Causeway westbound into Pinellas or Gulf to Bay. Thankfully, the delay isn't grotesque. It's about 10 to 15 minutes or so, with fewer of you on the bridge at this time. Don't expect it to get too much worse. US 19 north up in Holiday, an incident delaying you approaching Flora Avenue. In Hillsborough, 301 congested more than usual due to an incident southbound at I-4, back not quite to Sly. Hillsborough Avenue in that area congested as well westbound. 275 north in the downtown area, just a little more congestion for you that should clear after 7 o'clock. Eastbound I-4 is back to the Selman Connector. This is Eric in the Farah and Farah Traffic Center.
Accidents don't happen between the hours of 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. And that's exactly why the team at Farah and Farah is available to take your calls 24/7. If you've got questions, they've got answers. For a Farah fight, day or night, you know who to call. Tampa.
This is a cat named Mo from Drew Garabo Live. Primetime, baby! I am the first Mo, but there is a second Mo, and he is the Mo that will help you if you need a personal injury attorney. It's Tampa attorney Mo DeWitt. Here he is to say one word because I've used up all the time. Hi. That's it. You got one word. Don't he sound sexy? 800, call Mo with an E. Injured on the go, just call Mo.
Non-attorney spokesperson, offices Tampa.
That's Mo with an E.
Hey, it's Bruce Woodburn with Cross Country Mortgage, the loan arranger. You know, I've been lending for over 35 years, and I've helped tens of thousands of clients. However, I want to let you know that if you're considering refinancing, stop what you're doing. I think rates are going to get a little better. Now, most mortgage lenders aren't going to tell you that. So I've created a VIP watch list just for you. Now, the only exception to waiting to refinance is if you're drowning in debt and you have equity in your property. Don't get scammed by somebody trying to convince you to refinance right now unless you need debt consolidation. Then contact me right away at 407-706-3313. But if you're waiting to reduce your interest rate or eliminate private mortgage insurance, stop, call me, and get on my VIP wait list. Go to WeBringYouHome.com. That's WeBringYouHome.com. Or call or text 407-706-3313.
Mike Calta here from my friends at Zen Film Solutions. You can find them online at zenfilmsolutions.com or give them a call at 813-TINTING. Because if you're driving around in a car in Florida with no tint, you are crazy. Factory smoked glass does nothing for heat rejection. And if you want to protect yourself from love bugs this season, get paint protection for your car, windshield protection film, and color-changing wraps. If you're driving around in a car and you don't like the color, simply change it with a wrap. Hit them up online at zenfilmsolutions.com or call them up at 813-TINTING and tell them Mike Calta sent you.
If you have been in a car accident in the past and have settled your case, I may have some good news. Some unethical lawyers have people known as runners who come directly to your hospital room or home and solicit your case. It's a disbarable offense. Anyone that would hire these scumbags needs to have their heads examined. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Now for the good news. If this happened to you, we will sue these lowlifes and fight to get all your fees back. And then look and see if these bottom feeders also malpractice your case and sue them for that too. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain. Visit forthepeople.com for a free consultation or call Pound Law on your cell, pound 529. If someone does this to you, call the Bar Association and report them. Let's fight these bums. Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com. Injured? Dial #law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
By texting 64,000, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from IQ Bar. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at eatiqbar.com/policy/terms of service.
I've got good news and bad news. Here's the bad news. Most protein bars are packed with sugar and unpronounceable ingredients. The good news? There's a better option. I'm Will, and I created IQ Bar plant protein bars to empower doers like you with clean, delicious, low-sugar brain and body fuel. IQ Bars are packed with 12 grams of protein, brain nutrients like magnesium and lion's mane, and zero weird stuff. And right now, you can get 20% off all IQ Bar products, plus free shipping. Try our delicious IQ Bar sampler pack with 7 plant protein bars, 4 hydration mixes, and 4 enhanced coffee sticks. Clean ingredients, amazing taste, and you'll love how you feel. Refuel smarter, hydrate harder, caffeinate larger with IQ Bar.
Now you can get 20% off all IQ Bar products, plus free shipping when you text IQ Bar to 64,000. Text IQ Bar to 64,000 to get your 20% off. That's IQ Bar to 64,000.
Car accident? Take back control of your life. Call Anna Jar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
102.5 The Bone. Real Raw Radio. WHPT, Sarasota, Tampa, St. Pete. And 107.3 WXGL HD2 St. Pete. Live from the WeatherTight Windows studio.
Please listen carefully.
This program was recorded at an earlier date and time. The content contained here may be out of date in context. Listener discretion is advised. 102.5 The Bone.
I'm about to whip somebody's ass. Oh, I'm about to whip somebody's ass. Oh, if you don't leave me alone, you're gonna have to send me home, 'cause I'm about to whip somebody's ass.
All right, here we go. It's the Mike Calta Show.
Now, you ready for this?
This is happening!
Good morning.
Good morning. We've talked the whole night through.
Good morning.
Good morning to you.
Hey, wake up, stupid! You know what I'm saying? I think you do.